The deeper you travel in the ocean, the more disturbing creatures that you'll find. And today, me and the boys are checking out the craziest creatures from each different layer.
We're going to be starting at the sunlight zone and traveling 19,700 feet down to the trenches, where the creepiest critters are found. We might even find Adam's mom.
Let's start in the shallower waters and work our way toward the monsters in the deep ocean, because we have some crazy ones. Sunlight zone. Tongue-eating louse. This might be the most horrifying parasite in the ocean. It enters a fish through its gills and latches onto the base of the fish's tongue. It then severs the blood vessels in the tongue, causing the tongue to die and fall off. The louse then attaches its own body to the remaining stump, effectively becoming the fish's new living tongue.
Guys, I know this is already pretty creepy and everything, but is it making anybody else feel even creepier that tongue is spelled wrong?
That's how I spell it. How do you spell it?
How do you spell it?
Thought it was T-O-N-G-U-E. Have you guys been spelling tongue like that?
Oh, I'm looking at the red tongue. You're looking at, I didn't even see the top left tongue. Okay.
Top left one, guys! Anyway.
The fish actually uses the parasite to grab food, while the louse feeds on the fish's blood and mucus. It is the only known parasite to entirely replace a host's organ.
That's so disgusting,
Well,
dude.
here's the thing though, like maybe it's an upgrade. It's kind of like a bionic tongue that the fish gets. Maybe it's like a good parasite that will help gobble up more food.
Alec, hear me out. Ready?
That could be
Let's
good.
paint the picture
Teamwork
for you.
make the
Let's
dream work?
imagine that this thing crawls into your booty, right? Already you're like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Crawls into your booty. It crawls up through your body. It starts eating away at your tongue, right? And let's just say this thing now replaces your tongue. And every single time that you eat your meat lover's pizza on a nightly basis, you're not the one that's eating it. It is your bionic tongue that is stealing all of the great flavor and the taste and all of the extra calories that you will be getting from that pizza pie. How would you feel?
Not very good.
That actually might help you. That might help you lose some LBs. Might need that.
It is probably good for that, until ultimately you probably would die.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Maybe you
Parasitic
don't die.
barnacle. The parasitic barnacle starts life
die,
as a
Adam.
microscopic, free-swimming larva that hunts down crabs. When it finds one, it finds a weak spot in the crab's armor and injects a tiny blob of its own cells into the crab's bloodstream.
what?
The blob
it
then
poops
grows
on it.
into a network of root-like tendrils that spread through the crab's entire body, wrapping around its organs and its brain. It completely
Yeah.
takes over the crab's mind and body, and then it chemically castrates the crab, stopping it from molting or reproducing. If the host crab is male, the barnacle alters its hormones, transforming its body shape and mind to act like a female. The barnacle then pushes an egg sac out of the crab's abdomen, and the zombie crab spends the rest of its life lovingly cleaning, grooming, and protecting the parasite's eggs.
That's actually crazy. What?
Adam, I think that you got.
I'm not a
got you,
crab.
You might have to check yourself, buddy.
Not even a woman.
Exactly. By the way, this has been one of the crazier and stranger videos that we have ever watched, and it's the first video that we are watching based on your suggestions in our Discord. So if you guys want to suggest videos for us to check out, make sure to join the Beck Bros Discord, linked in the description, and then you can suggest any video that you want. Well, assuming it's not a crazy video, but you can suggest them, and then, yeah, we might check them out.
I would like it if the videos that you guys suggest have just like, I don't know, 90% less parasites. That's all I ask.
Leaving them to be its own. Sarcastic fringe head. This creature is
That's
also
El Gran
known
Maha.
as the
That's my middle school
Demogorgon
nickname.
fish, and you'll soon understand why. Found in the shallow waters off the coast of California, this fish usually hides in discarded shells or even man-made trash like glass bottles. Most of the time, it looks like a fairly normal, funny-looking fish. However, there's a trick. It's violently territorial. When another creature gets too close to its home, the fringe head's jaw unhinges
my
and
bottle.
expands to
Yo!
terrifying proportions, making its mouth look like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. If two fringe heads fight over territory, they press their massive open
kiss.
mouths
They're
together in a
kissing.
horrific match to see whose mouth is larger, wrestling until the smaller one retreats. The blue dragon.
It looks
At
like
first
El Gran
glance, the
Maha,
blue dragon
right?
looks
A little bit, yeah. I feel like maybe that's what it's based off of, El Gran Maha.
Bro, these are like really crazy fish or creatures and parasites that I've never heard of before, and I'm astounded by, and we're still only at the top layer. And we all know it only gets weirder and weirder as we go. This next one is called the blue dragon.
I just want to see like a real picture of this thing first.
Yo!
Oh my god!
Yo!
Oh my god!
Yo!
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Yo!
Look at that thing. It looks
That
so
is
cute and cuddly.
insane!
I wish
And then
my
it's
mouth
like-
opened up like that.
It's like on the first date versus the third date. Ah!
Her with makeup, her without.
Me before Chipotle, me during Chipotle.
Ah!
Incredibly beautiful. However,
weird
it has an
dick.
incredibly dangerous
thanks.
characteristic. It actively hunts
Sounds
the
like me.
Portuguese man o' war, one of the most venomous marine animals. Not only is it immune to the man o' war's deadly sting, but the blue dragon actually rips off the stinging cells, swallows them, and stores them in its own finger-like appendages.
What?
It concentrates the stolen venom, meaning a sting from this tiny creature can be far more painful and dangerous than man o'
It's a
war
power
itself.
stealer.
Well, yeah, that's actually kind of insane. It reminds me, weirdly enough, of like the Ben 10 Alien upgrade, how it can like just like take over any sort of technological thing. This one's obviously a little bit different, but it can take over something that dangerous, eat it, and then use its venom, I guess, on other prey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I've never heard of anything like that before. That's insane. That might be my new favorite animal. That is so cool.
Well, don't touch it, Alec. Oh my gosh, it's actually in people's hands. Maybe it's not dangerous until it eats the jellyfish.
I guess, yeah, because that means it's not charged up if it hasn't eaten one of the Man of Wars.
Someone is
does
holding
look
it, so.
Pretty cool, though. I mean, it looks exactly like the picture. Wow. I feel like I would get mesmerized by it, and I would definitely try to eat this.
Why are you trying to eat
why do you wanna
everything?
Eat it so bad, bro.
I skipped breakfast this morning.
Bobbit worm. The bobbit worm looks like an insect straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. It
Nah.
can grow up
Oh.
to 10 feet long, though most
Oh
of its
my
body
God.
remains buried in the ocean floor. The insane
Oh
part
my
is
God.
how it hunts. It's basically completely blind, and it waits with only its 5 antennae exposed. When a fish brushes past, the worm bursts from the sand with
No.
lightning,
Yeah.
snapping
Yeah,
its scissor-like
Huzzah.
jaws shut with enough force to cleanly slice a fish in half. It then drags its prey down into its underground burrow to be eaten.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's literally the entire thing of the bobbit worm.
I wonder what its success rate is. Like, how many times does it shoot and attack and before it actually catches something?
It's
probably
blind.
like 5%.
So, do you think it like knows the size of the creature it's about to attack? Because it's blind, right? Like imagine it attacks like a person's foot and it's like, oh, this is a big fish. I got a big catch on the line.
It tries to attack a great white shark, and the shark's like,
Bruh.
what is that?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me too of the like the giant death worm thing in Star Wars, like the thing that's kind of just like lurking in the desert.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that, guys, those were insane fish and creatures. That was only the first zone. We're moving on to the next one.
I guess we could find everything that we just saw, but these next ones might be a little bit too deep for my liking.
The goblin shark.
The Twilight Zone.
While its appearance is already disturbing enough, its hunting method is the real nightmare.
That'd be
Its
like-
Nobody
jaws are
say-
attached to
nobody say this
elastic
looks like me.
ligaments rather than being firmly fixed to its skull. When the shark's snout senses the faint electrical fields of a passing fish in the dark, the goblin shark's entire jaw detaches and slingshots forward.
Editor, can you
Ew.
just edit one of our faces on there? It could be any one of us. You choose.
It's gonna be mine.
Forward out of its face to snap up the prey, just like the monster's inner jaw from the movie Alien.
Ooh.
The pram bug. These disgusting creatures, widely rumored to be the visual inspiration for
Oh,
the
wow.
xenomorph queen in the movie Alien, swim in the open waters until it needs to raise its young. Then, it seeks out a salp, which is a barrel-shaped, gelatinous animal. The pram bug uses its sharp claws.
Does anybody else like feel like they're listening to a completely different alien language right now? What does he mean the pram bug attacks the shout bug and lays its eggs? What does that mean? What are we talking about
I will
right
try
now?
to explain it to you, but you guys are simpletons, so I'll just.
He's like bringing up xenomorphs and glip glorps and glop glips and what is he talking about? This thing is real on planet Earth and I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, it's crazy that like our movies, which have aliens in them, are inspired by creatures on Earth already, which is kind of means like those aliens that we think that we know of from sci-fi movies are actually real and are living amongst us in a sense. It's pretty creepy.
I would try to eat this if I could.
To slice into the salp, systematically carving out and eating the salp's internal organs while it is still alive. Once the salp is
Gotcha,
completely
gonads.
hollowed out, the pram
Ew.
bug climbs inside the empty
What?
fleshy barrel, lays its
Oh my
eggs,
gosh.
and drives the corpse around like a
Oh
living
my
submarine.
gosh!
Stoplight loose
It
jaw.
drives its corpse
In the
around
Twilight
like
Zone,
a Lamborghini.
many fish use glowing light to attract prey or communicate. Most of this light is blue or green because those colors travel farthest in water. The stoplight loose jaw, however, produces a bright red.
Oh!
Kind of looks like a praying mantis.
Why does it look like the pictures that people get take before they're about to go into prison? Like they're getting booked by the cops.
It's a mugshot.
Mugshot?
Yeah, it's literally a mugshot. The stoplight loose jaw. Oh,
Oh,
my
it doesn't look
God.
so bad. I mean, it looks bad there, but not as bad as the image that
Yo,
we were
what that
shown.
jaw do though?
Look at
what
that.
that
Yeah,
jaw
it
do?
actually
Oh,
is
God,
like
that is
fully
insane.
detached from its face.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Oh
Holy
my God.
Wait,
wait,
wait.
Look under that picture. Oh, go back to
Wait.
that picture and then look under it. Like
Tap
in the
that, tap
recommended.
that,
Or was
tap
it-
on that lady
Oh, to the
holding
right.
one. Tap on
That
that
one.
lady holding one.
This one?
Look at that, dude.
Oh, mama.
Chop y'all. No, the lady's holding one. Yeah, that's real.
That's not real, bro.
Wow, I can't believe she caught one in Chicago like that. Crazy.
Red beam of light from beneath its eyes. Because almost no other deep-sea creatures can see the color red, the loose jaw effectively has an invisible sniper laser. It can shine this red spotlight directly on its prey without them ever knowing they are being watched. When it strikes,
Yeah.
its bottomless, fleshless lower jaw shoots outward from its face to impale the victim on needle-like teeth. Sloane's viperfish. This creature holds the Guinness World Record for having the largest teeth relative to head size of any fish in the ocean. Its fangs are so enormous that they literally do not fit inside its mouth. If the viperfish were to close its
British people be like.
jaw normally, its lower teeth would pierce straight through its own brain. Instead, the teeth slide up on the outside of its face. To hunt, it hinges its neck back and unhinges its lower jaw, swimming at high speeds to impale prey like a living spear trap. Lerniaeopodid copepods. If you are a fish at these
Oh, wait. What? A Lerniaeopodid?
Lerniaeopodid.
You're not gonna trick me. I'm not saying that.
Lerniaeopodid copepod.
4 vowels in a row. I don't know if I've ever seen a word of 4 vowels in a row. E-A-E-O.
It looks actually the friendliest out of all of the creatures that we've seen so far.
depths, your life is already hard. Then comes
Oh,
this
yeah.
parasite. It is a
Oh, no.
specialized crustacean that swims through the pitch black, zeroes in on a fish, and burrows directly into its eyeball. It locks itself in place using anchoring appendages that root into the tissue, and it proceeds to eat the fish's eye from the inside out, completely blinding it. Then, the parasite's long, fleshy, maggot-like body hangs out of the ruined, blinded eyeball, dangling its twin egg sacs into the water. It stays attached for the rest of the fish's life, constantly draining fluids directly from the animal's head. Midnight Zone. The deep sea angler.
Bro, hang on. It's so crazy that like fish have no defense mechanisms, you know? Like they get eaten from in its eyeball and they're just like,
Yeah, they don't have it. What? They have flippers. Like, what are they gonna do?
it's in my eyeball! Ah! Somebody help! Somebody help me!
Nobody even cares.
There's nothing they can do. Oh my god. I didn't think it was actually gonna get worse from the first zone, but the Twilight Zone was much, much worse. And we are now moving on to the Midnight Zone.
That fish is pregnant.
You might
Yeah, why are they so
recognize
fat
the
down there?
anglerfish for the iconic glowing lure dangling in front of its face.
That is a
but its
trash
physical
bag.
appearance isn't the most disturbing thing about it. Its mating process is. Finding a mate in the massive, dark void of the deep ocean is incredibly difficult. When a newborn male anglerfish, which lacks a lure and digestive system, finally finds a massive
Oh, it's so
female,
tiny.
he bites into her flesh. He then releases an enzyme that dissolves the skin of his mouth and her body, fusing their blood vessels together.
Oh,
Over
my
time, the male's
word.
eyes, fins, and internal organs completely dissolve. He essentially ceases to exist as an individual animal, becoming a permanent parasitic appendage on the female's body,
Yeah, I think I saw this on an episode of Dora the Explorer.
which acts as a living, on-demand sperm bank. Deep sea siphonophore.
What?
Imagine that, boys. Imagine you're just a tiny little guy.
And I thought Jack was a simp. Oh my god.
Yeah, oh my
That
gosh,
is the
that dude
most
is
simp
leashed.
thing you could possibly do, bro.
I'm gonna start calling my friends anglerfish. Oh my gosh, they are leashed to the hip.
That
Like
is
the booty
insane.
cheek, fuse with her, and then boom, you're there forever.
Oh my gosh.
That's probably what Goku does with his buddies.
Like, they're literally there to be the woman's coin purse.
Pretty much,
Yeah, literally.
I mean, she is massive too, comparatively to the tiny little guy. So I guess the one from Finding Nemo is a giant female.
That's a big girl.
You got a lot to eat.
At first glance, a deep-sea siphonophore just looks like a very long, glowing piece of string drifting in the water. However, it is not actually a single animal. It is a terrifyingly massive colony of clones, which can reach over 150 feet long, longer than a blue whale. It's composed of thousands of individual organisms called zooids. These zooids all share the same DNA, but they mutate to serve different functions. Some become swimming bells to propel the colony, some become stomachs to digest food, and some become long, venomous, stinging tentacles. They
I kind of feel like this is similar to like that Roblox tank game that we played, you know, where like you kind of have like your base and then you have your evolution tree. You can become all different sorts of things if you really want.
Okay.
This is so insane.
I
It
was-
cloning itself, and then whatever the clone, like it decides whatever it needs the clone to be. That's like the most absurd thing I've ever even heard of.
I would choose to be the booty cheeks of the system if I
Of course.
Of course you would.
Of course. I would choose to be the mouth.
I don't want to be the stinger. My only job is just
That adds up actually with your personality.
All linked together physically and share a single nerve cord, essentially acting as one giant collective superorganism. They coil themselves into massive spiral formations in the midnight zone, essentially casting a giant glowing net of death that paralyzes and pulls up anything that swims into it.
Oh my god.
Zombie worms. When a massive animal like a whale dies, its carcass sinks into the midnight zone or deeper, creating what scientists call a whale fall. This sudden feast attracts horrific little scavengers known as the zombie worms. Zombie worms have no mouths, no stomachs, and no teeth. Instead, they secrete a potent acid that dissolves the solid bones of dead whales. Once the acid creates a hole, the worm extends root-like tendrils deep into the bone marrow. Bacteria inside the worm's roots then digest the fats and proteins extracted from the marrow, feeding the worm.
Wow.
The female zombie worms are the ones dissolving the bones, while the males are microscopic and never develop past the larval stage. Instead,
Nerds.
dozens to hundreds microscopic males live permanently inside the gelatinous tube of a single female, existing solely as a living sperm bank to fertilize.
What is up with all these simps in the ocean, man? Why are males so beta in the ocean? What's going on?
This is making me sick. Like, this is actually making me, my stomach upset, just like watching this. This
Who
is
runs the
disgusting.
world? Girls, man.
Anytime I'm mad at somebody, I'm gonna be like, I hope that you're reborn as a zombie worm one day and not a female.
Wow.
God, dude.
That's
They'll
that's
have no
too
idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're gonna call you weird, but I don't know.
The black swallower. In an environment where you might not see another
yo!
for months, you cannot afford to pass up prey just because it's too big. The black swallower took this logic to an absolute extreme. This fish rarely grows longer than 10 inches.
I gotta look it up, boys. I need to know.
I'm gonna guess
be
he's.
careful
I'm
with
gonna
this.
guess
Be
he's
careful
like
with the search. Be careful with the search. Hide your eyes.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Oh, okay.
Oh, what?
No way.
What is that?
Literally,
What is
they
that?
That's his
literally
belly. That's his belly.
They have a storage unit as
Oh
a
my
belly.
gosh, wait, it wasn't pregnant. Yeah, that is what it
Yeah.
eats.
It can eat fish like way bigger than it, and its belly just expands.
It reminds me a lot of a snake, because like
Big gulp.
you see a snake eat an entire alligator sometimes, and just like so much bigger than its actual.
It looks like a Pokemon. Like a that should be a Pokemon, bro.
What would you name that Pokemon? The black swallower,
The Blalower.
the
Big
Pokeball
gulp.
swallower, gulper.
Gulper.
But it routinely hunts and swallows fish that are twice its length and up to 10 times its mass. It grabs its
That's
prey by
kinda
the
cool.
tail, unhinges its jaw, and effectively walks its mouth over the struggling victim, swallowing it whole. It's
Is that how you eat your pizza, Alec? Because you eat full pizzas at a time. Do you unhinge your jaw and just kind of like...
I've seen something similar.
Now, sometimes I'll admit I do take two slices and I flip them on top of each other, and then I eat it like a sandwich.
×2 combo.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that eats all the hot dogs? Joey Chestnut. You think he does this with his dogs?
Oh yeah.
The fish. The thing is, I think the fish is still alive in its giant belly, and it's kind of just like in there squirming around,
Oh.
begging for life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, slowly dying.
stomach then expands like a transparent balloon to hold it. Sometimes, however, the black swallower is too ambitious. If it swallows a fish that is
What?
too massive, the prey begins to decompose in the swallower's stomach before it can be fully digested. The resulting buildup of decomposition gases inflates the swallower like a balloon,
Crazy
floating it
farts.
violently all the way to the ocean surface, which
What?
usually kills it. The colossal
What?
I guess
squid.
that's how they found it.
While the giant squid is
Bro.
famous, the colossal squid is heavier, thicker, and objectively more dangerous. Living
Hey,
deep in the
yo!
waters
Just
around
like Alec and
Antarctica,
Adam.
they grow up to 43 feet. To hunt in complete darkness, the colossal squid has the largest eyes in the entire animal kingdom, roughly the size of dinner plates. It uses these
Whoa.
massive lenses to spot the faint, glowing bioluminescence
Sperm
of the
whale!
deep ocean's ultimate apex predator, the sperm whale. The truly disturbing part of the colossal squid is its weaponry. While giant squids only have suction cups lined with small teeth on their tentacles, the colossal squid is armed with swiveling, razor-sharp hooks. When a sperm whale dives down to eat it, the squid fights back violently. We know this because sperm whales that return to the surface from the midnight zone are covered in massive, deep circular scars from the squid's ripping
That's
hooks.
Cat
crazy.
fight.
Pelican eel. This creature looks less like a fish and more like a set of jaws attached to a long, whip-like tail. Its lower jaw is massive and loosely hinged.
All right, guys, let me check this one out. I mean, how bad could it be?
A lot of fish in this zone have a loose jaw.
It seems like it, yeah. It seems like they're black and they have loose jaws in a lot of ways.
It looks like as if like a 5-year-old child was told to build or told to draw a fish. That's
Yeah,
what it would
kinda.
come out as.
Reminds me of like a tadpole a little bit.
I think there's a dragon similar to this in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, you might be right.
Oh, yeah, there is, yeah.
So crazy.
Right there,
Probably.
umbrella mouth.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's in How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah,
I don't think it is. I think that's just a drawing of the fish.
Thinking about this one, Adam?
yeah.
Who's that?
That's their boy. That was me in high school.
Equipped with a pouch that functions much like a pelican's bill. When it hunts, the eel swims toward a target and inflates its mouth like a giant parachute, scooping up massive amounts of water and engulfing prey that is
Who wants a
significantly
cookie?
larger than its own body. To attract its meals in the dark, it uses a glowing pink and red organ at the very tip of its tail as a lure. The abyss. Pelagic abyssal
Here we go.
ribbon worms.
What?
These worms look like flat, gelatinous strips of purple or clear, unskinned meat floating in the water. They have no eyes and
Gummy
no
worms.
visible face. The nightmare comes when they detect prey. Their entire forehead splits open, and they violently explode a massive, muscular tube outward from inside their head. This
Nah.
inside-out throat wraps around the prey, stabs it with a sharp stylet, and injects a toxic cocktail of neurotoxins. The toxin liquefies the prey's internal organs while it is still alive. The worm then uses the tube like a straw to drink the melted internal soup, leaving behind a hollow, floating skin husk.
Bro, what are we even watching? Who suggested this?
That sounds like something that, like, I don't know, some psycho crazy dude like Stephen King would make up as like a monster in one of his horror stories. Oh my god. It's shoots out a straw tongue throat thing and then just breaks down everything, turns them into a Capri Sun, and then squeezes the Capri Sun until there's nothing left. Would you guys want that ability just like for a day though?
I'd use it on Adam and then I have infinite food. No, I wouldn't.
Giant sea spiders. If you have a fear of spiders, the abyssal plane is not safe at all. Sea spiders exist in shallower waters, but in the depths of the abyss, they experience a phenomenon called deep sea gigantism, growing to the size of dinner plates with leg spans up to 20 inches across. Because they are essentially
Oh my
nothing
God.
but legs, they don't actually have a body large enough to hold their internal organs. To solve this, they keep their digestive tracts and reproductive organs inside their legs. They stalk slowly across the seafloor until they find an animal. Because they don't have jaws to bite, they thrust a large tube-like proboscis directly into the animal's flesh and simply suck its internal juices out like a straw.
This is the zone of the sucking straw.
Everybody's just sucking the insides out of their food down there, and I don't like it.
The last zone was jaw drop, and this one's the sucky straw.
Giant sea spider. Giant sea spider. I don't like it.
That's not that bad. That was not that bad.
Xenophyophores. Imagine a single-celled amoeba, but scale it up to the
Okay.
size of a dinner plate. Xenophyophores look like convoluted piles of rotting human intestines or spongy brains scattered across the seafloor.
Somebody
How
had
they
to
grow
say it.
is incredibly disturbing. They secrete a slimy cement to glue their own accumulated poop and sediment together to construct a jagged, armored shell. Furthermore, they act like
paying
biological
attention.
sponges for toxicity. Their bodies naturally concentrate massive amounts of heavy metals and radioactive elements like uranium, lead, and mercury
Wow.
from the seawater, making them
Okay.
literal radioactive clumps of poop. Carnivorous.
So I'm starting to think that like everything down there at this level basically is like an X-Men mutant with like a weird superpower.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it seems like none of them have brains either. Like they kind of are just down there. Like they're all kind of like little jellyfish with a superpower.
Yeah.
And
And
this
we're
isn't.
not even at the deepest part.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, Adam, you were gonna say something?
You said it.
You sure? You want me to play this video right now?
Run it.
Abyssal sponges. Sponges are supposed to be harmless filters, but in the abyss, there is not enough organic matter in the water to filter. So, sponges evolved into meat eaters. How it actually eats is the most disturbing part. Their bodies are covered in millions of microscopic, Velcro-like hooks made of glass. When a tiny crustacean drifts into the sponge, it gets snagged on the hooks. Once the prey is
Got 'em.
trapped, the sponge doesn't chew. Instead, the sponge's individual cells physically migrate through its own body to surround the trapped animal. They envelop the prey alive and secrete harsh digestive enzymes to dissolve its body into a liquid soup, which the sponge then absorbs. Trenches.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We've officially made it to the last layer. It's 19,700 feet deep.
This is making me not want to go in the ocean ever, even if it's just shallow water. Like I don't want to be a part of anything going on in there.
Yeah, what's the part at the top called? That's where I'll stay.
Land.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay on the land water.
Magnapinna. Most squids are built for speed and agility, but the Magnapinna squid is a slow, drifting phantom.
Oh
In
my
2021, a submersible filming the
Oh
bottom
my
of the
God.
Philippine Trench spotted a young Magnapinna cruising at 20,381 feet, making it the deepest dwelling squid ever recorded and the only squid species known to cross into the trenches zone. They have one of the eeriest bodies ever. They can grow to total lengths of 20 to 26 feet long, but their mantle is relatively
Oh my
small.
God.
Nearly 90% of their length is made up of freakish spider leg tentacles. It hovers completely
Nasty.
motionlessly, just inches above the trench floor, acting like a giant living drift net, waiting for creatures to blindly collide with its suckers.
You guys want me to look that up?
Got a little rat down there.
What was that thing called again? The Magna Pinna.
Yeah.
Magna
It's gonna look similar to this thing.
Pinna. Oh, I actually have seen a picture of this thing before.
That's the exact picture that they showed. Dude, that is insane.
Whoa.
The amount of aura that thing has is unmatched.
Wow.
With the green light, it looks exactly like an alien, like hovering over.
That looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Oh my god, yeah.
He looks kind of cute though. If you just
No,
it
he doesn't.
It kind of looks like
No,
if you
he
take out all the
doesn't.
other arms, it looks like he just has his little arms up like this, and he's floating.
What about like 90% of its body? That's just like a bunch
Dude,
of spaghetti.
that freaks me out.
Yeah, you just gotta
That
not worry
freaks
about
me
that
out.
part.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh my, dude, imagine that you're that person in the submarine, 20,000 feet underwater, and then boom, that thing pops up.
Ooh, I guess this is a little bit of a... No, this is a big fin squid, so... This is kind of similar, but not the same.
Jeez Louise. The Earth is a scary freaking place, man.
Wow.
I'm glad to be a human.
Rondalea gigas. These are the flesh-eating swarms of the deep ocean trenches, living at the absolute bottom of the world, including the 35,000 feet mark of the Challenger Deep. They are pale,
How?
blind, oversized crustaceans that exist in the millions. Because the trenches are a dead end for falling organic matter, these things are hyper-aggressive scavengers. When a carcass drops into the trench, thousands of them descend on it in a writhing, pulsing mountain of limbs, stripping it to the bone in hours. Also, if a carcass doesn't fall for a long time, they turn on each other, swarming and eating their own kind alive. Order
What?
Platyctomida.
Awesome.
What?
Most comb jellies are beautiful, delicate spheres that drift through the open ocean.
wanna
However,
touch
the
that so
extreme
bad.
pressures of the trenches force these creatures to abandon swimming altogether. They look like flat, fleshy, slimy mats or deflated balloons anchored permanently to the walls of the trenches. Because they can't chase down food in the crushing dark, they do something insane. They deploy two incredibly long, hair-thin tentacles that drift out into the void like a pair of biological tripwires. These lines are covered in
heck?
microscopic, exploding sticky cells. When a passing trench shrimp blindly bumps into the thread, it gets instantly glued down. The stationary jelly then slowly reels the struggling victim up into
Got
its
'em.
slit-like mouth,
They're
digesting
fishing.
it
They're
while it is
fishing,
still
yeah.
anchored to the wall. Hadal spoonworms. These creatures
Wow.
have fat, unsegmented, dark green bodies that look like raw sausages, and they remain deeply buried beneath the ground to survive the extreme environment. The crazy part is how they get food. The worm shoots a single, flat, ribbon-like tongue out of them. This tongue can stretch up to 10 times the
There's
length
so
of the
many
worm's
traps.
actual body, crawling and slithering blindly across the mud like a snake. The tongue is coated in sticky mucus that licks up decaying organic waste and rotten debris. Then, the reproductive cycle adds an extra layer of horror. If a floating microscopic worm larva lands on the open mud, it grows into a normal one. However, if a larva happens to land on the female's tongue, the contact chemically mutates it into a microscopic, eyeless, parasitic male. She sweeps him into her mouth, and he spends the rest of his life imprisoned inside her reproductive tract as a literal microscopic sperm factory. The Mariana
Just a
snailfish.
bunch of rats live
This
down
was
there.
for a long time the deepest living fish ever discovered, surviving down to about 27,000 feet. Its skin is so thin and clear that you can see its liver, stomach, and muscles through its body. But the real body horror happens if you try to bring it to the surface. This fish is literally held together by the crushing weight of the ocean. Without that immense pressure pinning its structure together, its body completely loses integrity. Within minutes of reaching the surface, the fish literally dissolves and melts into a gelatinous,
What?
unidentifiable
Oh my
puddle.
God.
That doesn't
liquid
even make
goo.
sense in my brain.
Okay, that made me never want to go in the ocean ever again. But it did make me curious, how deep is the ocean actually? Because I'm pretty sure we've never even been to the bottom of it. Well, we're about to find out.
Well, today, you're gonna have this opportunity. Now, how good are you at holding your breath? Not that good?
I can hold it for like 2 minutes,
not
maybe?
to worry.
Yeah,
Hop
maybe like
aboard
10
my
seconds for me.
submersible craft and join me in the voyage to the depths. Ready?
Here we go.
Ooh,
Everyone,
let's dive.
breathe in.
Right now, just below the surface, you see that life is thriving here. Fish and marine animals abound, and hey
Yeah.
there, swimmers are waving at us. But we won't be staying here for long.
Whoa.
Bye.
Are you
At
guys holding your
65
breath?
feet,
Yeah.
there's a whole new
All right.
world opening before your eyes. Shallow coral reefs are standing beautifully not far from the shore. And
Whoa.
hey, there are people here again. It's scuba divers this time, though.
Oh,
Water pressure isn't kind to
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
divers
Looks
without
like he's going
special
into heaven
equipment.
with all that light.
130
I'm gonna go
feet is
soon.
the depths where we say goodbye, even to recreational
Oh my
scuba
gosh, we're already
divers.
200 feet deep.
It's the maximum allowed for them.
Guys, I
Take
can't
care,
hold my
guys.
breath anymore. Let's go back up.
200 feet.
Turn it
Here's the
around.
first
Okay, let's go up,
orca.
let's go up.
These
Turn it
whales
around.
live
There's
at the
orcas at
relatively
200 feet.
shallow waters of almost every sea and ocean in the world. Did you know that they're the apex predators, by the way?
Jack
it means
died.
They have
Jack
no
died.
natural
We made it
enemies,
220 feet.
and no one can take them down. At 230 feet, we meet whale sharks, the largest known fish
Whale
species,
sharks.
weighing up to 60 tons.
Dang, they're
And they're
actually
also
really
quite
deep.
long livers.
60 tons?
Well, yeah, I guess their livers are long at that.
They can live 130
But
Look at
actually,
that belly,
their
look at the
life
belly, look at the belly on it.
expectancy, they can
It
live
looks like
about
you, Adam,
130
as a
feet.
shark.
Yeah.
Now, look outside. If you're a scuba diver, it's a real pro. Because at 330 feet, they'll have to be
there's
very
more scuba
cautious
divers?
not to get decompression sickness.
Wow.
It occurs if you rise
That's
too
deep.
quickly
That's
to
crazy.
the surface. And if you're lucky, you
400
can also
feet.
see a
Look at
giant
that.
Pacific
Whoa.
octopus. It dwells in cool
Whoa.
water starting this deep
That
and
thing's
going down
huge.
as far as 6,600 feet.
That's a
If I
kraken.
saw that thing,
Now,
I'm
we're
never
entering
going in the
dark
ocean again.
part of the ocean. At 490 feet, just 1% of the light from the surface reaches us.
Oh,
All the
jeez.
rest is absorbed by water.
Did anybody else get goosebumps
Everything
there?
that's deeper
No.
will get
Scary.
darker and darker
Something's
still.
tingling somewhere.
Oh, look.
This is
At about
spooky, though.
660
An
feet,
eel?
there's a giant oarfish
What
circling
is
our
that?
submersible.
What?
These creatures are believed to be
Ew.
the source of all sea serpent sightings and also a lot of
It's so
alliteration.
36
Oh, it's a
feet.
sea
Sometimes
serpent.
they swim up to the surface and
What
freak
the-
out sailors and swimmers. No wonder. These fish can reach
36
36 feet in length.
Wow.
Enough
Actually?
to scare the heck out of me,
Wow.
for example. Okay, now we're at 980
that's a
feet.
serpent.
And
Wait, imagine being that fish though. Like you're just 36 feet long with like no fins or like limbs or anything. You're just like one long, like you're just one long worm in the bottom of the ocean.
You're an ocean snake.
That's you do this and you open and close your mouth to like eat food. That's it. That's all you're
That's
doing.
all Adam does anyway.
That's all that. Like
guys
their
see how natural
entire
that comes
life-
to me?
Yeah, you're actually crushing it. Wow. Their entire life is squirm and eat.
And
That's
you
it.
forgot to mention,
What's that
it's in
huge and
complete
dangling
darkness.
thing
Oh,
out
yeah,
there?
that's
True.
true.
They can't even see.
Oh, I get it. It's a Japanese
What the-
spider
Nope.
crab.
Nope,
Why a
nope,
spider,
nope.
you
Cow.
ask?
Those things look
Well,
huge.
Just look at those legs, and the answer
Nah,
will come to you.
that looks
without
like Alex
further
hairy
prompts.
legs.
By the way, there's almost
Not
nothing
everything
more
that's
to them
red is
than
me.
legs. The body of such a crab is normally just 1.5 feet across. Going deeper now.
So much meat
and
on that
at
bad boy.
1,640
Oh my gosh,
feet,
we're deep.
you're going to see the last of the blue whales. No, not really the
Whoa.
last
Oh
of them.
my God,
I
it's
mean, that's
huge.
the deepest they can swim. They don't really need to
Oh my
dive that
gosh.
deep for food, which they have in abundance in shallower waters, but they still can. I guess it's just for the sake of showing how awesome they are.
1,600 feet.
After all, they're the largest creatures in the history of Earth,
Wow.
both in the sea and on land.
Oh my gosh,
You hear
dude.
this?
Wait, what about
How
like a
deep are
These
megalodon?
are the sounds
No,
fin
nothing else
whales
has
make
ever been
to
bigger than
talk
a
to
blue
their
whale.
friends
Really?
many miles away.
Yeah.
Wow.
They can do this thanks to the SOFAR channel, or deep sea channel, that generally starts at 1,970 feet, but can vary in depth. It's a layer of water where the speed of sound is at its minimum, and sound waves can go thousands of miles before
Thousands?
disappearing.
Whoa.
At the depth of 2,723
They have their own radio channel down there.
feet,
Yeah.
we have reached
By
the
they,
point
that you
where
mean
the
us?
Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world,
Shout out
would not
humans.
even show its tip on the surface if it were put underwater. Hey,
Thanks,
let's
not even
Wow.
the tip.
now we're entering the really interesting part of the ocean, where no sunlight reaches us and strange creatures dwell.
I'm scared.
One of those
How
is
deep
the
does it
giant
get?
squid.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
that legendary type. It inhabits the depths
the
of
Kraken.
2,950 feet.
That is a kraken.
Just imagine
I
a
don't like
creature
that.
with eyes the size of frisbees. Sperm whales
my
aren't
gosh.
frisbees, but they certainly can fight back. What a sight it would be to see such an encounter.
Seriously.
No.
And that's
No, if you're seeing that, you're dying after.
This is gonna be weird to say, and you guys are probably gonna look at me and be like, dude, you're a weirdo. But to me, like, it's crazy that all of that is happening right now. Like, there are krakens and there are sharks and there are blue whales right now. Like, they're out there, and like, life is happening outside of my little bubble. You know
We're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
keep it that way, okay? We're gonna keep it that way.
You
We're
guys
gonna
know
keep
what
we're
I'm
gonna
saying?
stay far,
No, we're
far
not.
away.
If this video gets 10,000 likes, we will hop in that submersion tank and
Yeah.
go 10,000 feet down in the ocean, baby.
You got
Is that
that's
even
all
possible?
you. That's
If
gonna
it
be a
gets
solo
100,000
video.
likes,
3,000
Alec-
feet right now.
Alec will fight a kraken.
Yeah, no, yeah. 100,000 likes.
Am I the Kraken?
I'm gonna dress up as a kraken.
darkness finally falls on us, the midnight zone. The pressure here is so
be a sick
huge
video for real.
that if you somehow end up being here without a submersible, well, you'll simply be crushed in a couple of seconds. And that without seeing a thing, too. Not the best of prospects. Anyway, at 3,600 feet, there's West Mata, one of the deepest ocean volcanoes in the world. Its last eruption
There's
was in
volcanoes?
2009.
I kinda
and
forgot
it was
about
even
ocean
filmed
volcanoes.
by a remotely
I didn't know
operated
that's a thing.
vehicle. 4,200 feet down below, and we see the ferocious great white sharks.
There's sharks that deep?
Waders feel great at such a depth.
What the heck?
Their eyesight is rather poor, and they navigate by scent. So
wow.
they really don't need sunlight to hunt down
That's
their
kind of
prey.
funny, just imagining
I
a
don't
great
see
white
you,
shark
but I'll
like
still eat
swimming
you.
around and then it runs directly into
Also,
a
the
rock because it
leatherback
can't
turtles,
see.
the largest turtles in the world, dive at the same depth. I wonder if they do it to tease the great whites.
What?
Oh, see those
I did
huge
not know
nets?
that.
That's because we're now at the depth of 4,900 feet, where the catch-all fishing method is used. The nets are here to be dragged along the ocean floor, catching
actually?
everything unfortunate enough to be caught.
That's a
I'll
thing?
let you decide how detrimental
that's
this
real?
is to the ocean
They
life
go
here.
5,000
Wow.
feet down?
6,000 feet.
Wait, what are they even trying to catch? All they said that there was great whites and turtles.
Great
No, they're
white
literally probably
turtle.
catching great white turtle, the kraken, maybe a blue whale in there,
Big whale, yeah.
probably dolphins, maybe
Some
orcas.
alligator crabs?
No, they don't get that deep though. They just said like the only thing down there is the great
Well, they
whites.
pull
and
the
then-
nets
Yeah,
up
but
and
they're
they get
pulling
all
it
that.
all the way up to the surface, so they're catching
Yeah.
everything in between
Whatever
5,000
falls
feet
in the
and 0
net,
feet.
they just get.
That's probably how they're catching all that bluefin
It's like a
tuna that you
mystery.
cow.
It's like a mystery box.
Adam, you're a mystery box.
It's a
Would be
mystery
sitting
net.
at its lowest and deepest point. Imagine that all the crevasses have been thoroughly filled
Crevasses.
with water, and you'll get the perfect picture. Now, if we're really careful, then at the depth of 6,600 feet, we'll be able to see the black dragonfish.
What?
A nightmarish
What is
creature
that?
dwells in the deep and dark
looks
parts
pretty
of the
big.
ocean. And trust me, it's
There it
better
is
off
again.
staying right here. It looks
That
like
thing
something
is
from a
big
horror
and
movie,
black.
and
Look at
I'd
its
rather
teeth.
it never cross my path.
Oh, yeah.
At 7,400 feet,
Nah.
we'll be saying goodbye
What is that?
to sperm
What is that?
whales.
What is that?
This is the deepest
What is
point they
that?
can
What is
dive,
that?
And frankly, they have no real business at such a depth. Maybe they hunt the black dragonfish, of course.
That's
or
Moby Dick,
it hunts
right?
Them. Nah,
I don't know, but
the
that
difference in
forehead is
size too
comparable
big.
to,
Sperm whales can
I hate
reach
to say it, but
62
my
feet
own.
in length, which makes them the largest toothed whales in the world. Not many creatures can counter that. It's good that our submersible has a
gotta point
powerful
out-
floodlight. Without
I
it,
was waiting
we
for
wouldn't have
something.
been able to see the astonishing beauty of the deep-sea coral reefs located at the depth of 9,900 feet. They
I
can
didn't
be
know that
found
there
in
were coral
every
reefs that
ocean,
deep.
and it's a pity they can't be
that
seen
glowstone?
without special deep-sea diving equipment.
I don't know, but it's cool.
Okay, going deeper still, and at
12,000 feet,
12,100
dude,
feet,
imagine.
we reach the
How deep
average
did we go?
depth of the world
12,000
ocean.
feet of water.
From now on, the journey into the real depths begins. The general
Mariana
ocean
Trench,
floor
right?
has
Ears must
been
be
passed,
popping, whoever's
so
inside of
now
that.
it's time to delve into the abyss. Now at 15,000
Oh, now they're
feet,
getting to the abyss, guys.
monsters
Oh,
out
I've
of
seen
your
that before
worst
from Nemo.
nightmares
It's
pop
it's
up.
like a football fish.
the Nemo
Anglerfish, for
fish.
example,
Anglerfish.
will scare the heck out of anyone. Its long and crooked teeth, along with
Oh,
a
I saw
growth
this.
on
I saw
its
this before.
head that lures
Finding
the
Nemo,
prey
right?
is
Nemo.
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
to
it was
scare
Nemo.
even
I
in
said
the
that.
divest.
I saw it in Nemo.
Yeah,
Even
a
more
great
terrible
original thought,
is the
Jack.
creature called the black
That was great.
swallower.
Great reference.
It's an eel-like beast that has a very stretchy stomach, and it can swallow prey that's twice its size.
So it's like a deep
Look
sea
down below,
snake.
and you're going to see the deepest shipwreck ever
Oh, the
found.
music's getting intense.
SS Rio Grande,
The Titanic?
South Atlantic, sunk in
No.
1941 and went as low as 18,900
Whoa.
feet. No wonder it was
Jeez.
only found 55 years later. And now the deepest and darkest part of the ocean begins.
This is
We're
incredible.
diving into the Mariana Trench. Officially, it begins at about 19,700 feet deep. It's both the least
20,000
explored
feet.
and the
Wow.
most fascinating area for
big
the
number,
scientists
Alec.
and adventurers alike.
Like really
What
try
lies
to
at the
imagine though
bottom
how
of
big
it?
that is.
Well, we're about to see. But while we're not there yet, I'll show you something else. For example, here's the deepest fish ever found. It's called a snailfish, and it dwells at 26,000 feet.
That's such a lame
Its
fish
body
to
is
be the deepest
translucent,
fish ever.
So you
What
can
you doing
actually
down there,
see
fishy?
right through its skin. Well, I must say I'm glad we didn't
Wow.
turn
It's
off
a
the
space
lights
fish.
after all. This little
That's
guy is
awesome.
surprisingly cute
Kinda
for
looks
a creature
cute.
that can
What if aliens actually aren't in the air? They're actually underground in the ocean. They're hiding.
There-
Why? How is
Actually-
the ocean underground?
I actually heard a theory that octopuses are aliens.
I think it's octopi.
Whatever it is, I don't care. But they were on an asteroid.
I also heard it was octopi,
And like
Jack.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying.
No, just when you're talking about octopus, just refer to it as octopi. That's the
Yeah,
plural.
you kind of threw me off with your stupidity.
Okay, octopi. Is it not octopi and you're messing with me? You don't even know. You're looking it up. I see you looking it up. All right, back to my story. There's a theory that octopuses or octopi are here on Earth from an asteroid. Like they were on eggs on an asteroid. Boom, crash landing. Boom, we're in the ocean and are actually aliens. I'm not saying
Who
it's
told
true.
you that?
I'm
Who
just
told you
saying
that? Was it the aliens guy from the History Channel?
I'm just saying. I saw it like on TikTok or somewhere. That's all.
The
I'm not
most
saying it's true. I'm
commonly
not saying,
accepted
I'm not even saying I
plural
believe it. I'm just saying
usage
that's
for
what I heard.
octopus is octopuses.
See, it is octopuses.
Yes, that's what
You guys
Jack
both
said.
You owe me an apology.
Jack, is
Yeah,
that
but
what
no,
we said?
in Latin, a lot of people say octopi is right. So there's a big debate. We can talk
That's
about that. in the
crazy
next
because
video.
we're
debate.
speaking English. That's so, you know.
Well, English is derived from Latin. So.
Derived from Latin, Alec.
Vertebrate animal whatsoever. The pressure is just too much for such creatures. But there are shrimps and other invertebrates, not to mention microbes, that can dwell even in the deepest part of the ocean.
Shrimps.
And that part is
Invertebrates?
the
Shrimp
Challenger
species.
Look
Deep.
like a bunch of glow
It's the
turds.
bottom of the Mariana Trench, and its depth is 35,853
Oh!
feet.
Crash landing.
Yes, we've arrived at the very bottom of the Earth. Few people have been here, and very little is known about it yet. But scientists aren't going to stop.
The deeper we went into the ocean, the more terrifying the creatures became. So now we're gonna check out the most dangerous creatures in the entire ocean.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Box jellyfish.
Number 10.
While
Box
getting started from most
jellyfish.
species of jellyfish would be painful, the box jellyfish definitely takes it up a notch. That's because
It
these
doesn't look
feisty
that
fish,
doesn't look
which
that bad.
Nah, this should be number 1 on the list, guys.
Really?
I don't know if you know that. Dude, this thing is like the most dangerous.
Is
They're
it?
like 100 feet long, and if you even like touch one little tentacle, I'm pretty sure you're dead.
no,
Wait, Jack,
no,
Jack,
dead on the
no,
spot.
no,
Wait, Jack,
no.
haven't you got stung by a jellyfish?
I'm not, yeah, I've been stung by a jellyfish,
wasn't
right?
the
But
box
there's jellyfish. And then
thing-
there's box jellyfish. Box jellyfish, I think, are the biggest jellyfish species, and they're the most dangerous species. And jellyfish are everywhere too. You could come across a jellyfish farm that's like a mile long, all filled with box
all right,
jellyfish.
This isn't
with their
SpongeBob, bro.
tentacles-
This isn't
tentacles.
SpongeBob.
It's
not
dangerous
SpongeBob.
out
I
there,
didn't know
boys. I'm
Jack
trying
was
to
so
keep
scared
you
of jellyfish.
informed.
Yo, what? Okay,
Jack,
now
I
we
think I
know
might
here.
need to stop watching this video, boys. I don't think I can watch the rest of it. I am terrified. I am
Oh my
terrified.
gosh.
I have, what is it, agoraphobia? I am agoraphobic.
administer one of the most toxic stings in the world. Now, as far as jellyfish go, box jellyfish are pretty massive, coming in at about 10
I told
feet
you.
long. Their tentacles
I
have
told
about
you.
5,000
100 feet
stinging
long.
cells,
I thought you said 10 feet.
and each
It's
are
close
equipped with
enough.
a toxin that
No, that's
attacks
not
the
even
God, he's
close.
picking it up.
Look at
And
it. Dude, he's got a death wish.
Unfortunately,
That
some
is not
toxins
10
so
feet.
painful,
Put it
human
down.
victims
Put
have
it
been known
down.
to either go into shock and drown. or
That's
die
Bear
of heart
Grylls
failure
doing.
mere moments after
Yeah,
coming into
Bear's about to
contact
get grilled by that jellyfish.
Even if you
That's
do
not actually
survive,
Bear
you can
Grylls,
expect to
guys. I
experience
forget that guy's
considerable
name.
pain
Oh,
for
it's Nigel
weeks.
Thornberry.
There's often significant scarring where the tentacles made contact with your skin. As a result, we'd suggest swimming in the other direction if you see one of these.
Oh, that's good advice,
Great
bro.
idea,
Thanks for
narrator.
that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Number 9.
I will be swimming in the opposite direction.
Ooh, number 9.
It has killer in the name for a reason, boys.
Do you guys have any predictions of other animals that might be in the top of the list?
Sharks.
Nice. Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Whales, maybe? Maybe barracuda?
What
maybe...
about those spiky things? You know those
Oh,
little
a
spiky
pufferfish.
things?
Pufferfish is a good one. I think maybe an octopus would be in here, like a giant Pacific Rim octopus.
Tuna fish. They're 800 pounds.
What about blue whales? They're the biggest animal in the world. Surely blue whale is in there.
Guys, comment down below what you think the most dangerous animal is going to be.
A blue whale is pretty much just like a giant blob of nothing. It's like a nothing burger. You don't have to be worried about that.
No,
They don't even
no,
eat people.
No,
They
Jack.
eat little tiny grilled
Jack,
shrimp.
that was stupid. That was-
I don't
that
know
was-
if you guys have ever seen the video of like the two women that got like eaten by it wasn't a blue whale. It was like a sperm whale. It ate them and then it
yo.
spit them out because they don't eat people. So you don't even have to worry about it.
I don't know, bro. I think if I saw one swimming next to me, I'd be a little bit scared.
Just go into the
And
pool with
killer
Adam.
whales are certainly one of the most impressive fish on the planet, typically coming in at a length of about 6
They
to
don't
8
look
meters
dangerous.
and a weight
Yeah.
in excess of 6 tons. They truly are massive.
Aw.
It turns out that they are not in fact whales, but instead the largest member of the dolphin family.
He's smiling.
Regardless, they
Yeah, wait,
are
who named them
strong
whales?
hunters, typically attacking in packs and going after seals, cod,
Aren't
and
those-
at times even mink whales.
Aren't
Oh my
orcas like
gosh.
the
They
same
have a
thing?
tendency to attack humans.
They are
However,
the
in
same
wild,
thing,
these
yeah.
assaults
Okay.
are very rare.
Good job, Alec.
Instead, it's when
I
killer
was just
whales are
asking.
put into
Shut up.
captivity that they become deadly. as they will sometimes lash out against their trainers out of frustration, stress, or loneliness.
I mean,
often
I
leading
would
to
do the same
serious
thing if I
injuries
was
and
kept in captivity.
Have you guys heard that story about like SeaWorld when that killer whale killed that person?
Look at
Yes.
those teeth.
Yeah,
They're dangerous, bro. Look, you would think that's cute and cuddly, Alec? Look at the canines on that thing.
I kind of do.
That can
It looks
swallow you
squishy.
whole.
I want to squish it.
I'm pretty
you know?
sure it like drags a human way underwater. Then when they try and come up for air, they just keep pushing it down with their nose and like make them
Well,
drown.
yeah, that's what happened
They're
at
scary.
SeaWorld because like they were angry that they were in captivity for so long and then they go crazy. Like
I
they
think
start
that-
to have their mind altered and then they don't know that like humans aren't trying to hurt them.
Seriously.
And then they just start like attacking humans, but they think that they're playing with the human.
I don't think they think they're playing.
They shouldn't be in captivity because like they get all confused.
They're
and it's
dangerous,
dangerous for the
They're
divers.
too smart. They are too smart to be in captivity.
Yeah, they
is
need
what
more
it is.
stimulation.
It's
you
like
know?
Alex. It's like Alec with fins and gills.
times even death
yeah,
as a result.
yeah.
These attacks certainly have given
I
killer
don't
whale
even
shows
get it,
a
but
bad
okay.
rap in recent years.
Because he's fat.
What you were saying.
Stonefish, that's-
You were
yeah, I
saying
was
the
saying the spiky
pufferfish
fish.
earlier.
Rock or lump of
Spiky
coral,
thing.
the
What
reef
is this?
stonefish is one of the most
Is this
toxic
like
fish
a
in the
Where's
world.
Waldo?
Found in coral reefs throughout the Indian
Where is
and
it?
Pacific Oceans, it's a master of disguise.
I don't see
hiding on the
Waldo anywhere.
Sea floor to camouflage with its surroundings. It is while it's on the sea floor that it hunts, quickly swimming and catching unsuspecting prey at rapid speeds. Speeds that are so rapid.
Adam,
in fact,
calm down. You're
that
acting
reefs-
like you're just the most amazing
where
thing
did it
ever.
come from?
Chill out, Adam. Jeez, you're
That's
acting like you've never
crazy.
seen a fish attack.
However, while
That was
these fish are
crazy.
Usually not
It looks like
Oh
a
my
rock,
gosh,
but
that's
it's
me when I wake up.
alive.
If threatened. That's because they have 13 dorsal fins on their spine that contain a highly toxic
Why does it look
venom,
kind of funny?
with this venom leading to severe pain.
Jack, what are you saying, dude? This thing is a killer. And you're
I like
laughing.
that you can like kind of see its face. Like
Yeah, it looks grumpy.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's
guys are not taking
imagine
this
how
seriously at
long it
all.
stays there.
I
It probably
know.
stays there for like hours and hours and hours just with the same face expression, just waiting for something to come along.
Please imagine if this thing was like 8 feet tall. It would
Imagine
be
just
eating
like
humans.
Imagine just like standing at a McDonald's, just standing next to the wall waiting for somebody to walk by and you just like chomp their food.
life. What a boring life this thing must have. It just lays there and thinks about food.
Sounds
What do you-
awesome.
Adam, how's
awesome,
life like
bro.
that?
Get me in the ocean.
This is your
Heart
spirit
failure
animal.
And even death if left untreated. Luckily, since 1959, there have been an anti-venom that can treat stonefish stings.
I was worried,
That
boys.
putting a wounded area in hot water can help soothe the pain. Yet given that they only sting if stepped on
not
or
going in the
otherwise
ocean.
touched in any way.
Oh, okay, so you're
it's
supposed to
easy
pee on
steer
it if you get
clear of them
stung.
while
I heard that's a
snorkeling or
myth.
Scuba diving.
No, I
You should
heard that
keep
you're
your
supposed to do
hands
it.
off the reef.
Okay.
Whoa.
I heard it's
I'm
a
gonna
myth.
believe
Oh
my
gosh,
people.
oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
Wait,
Most
hold
of
on,
the
wait,
fish-
hold up. Was that real or was that Photoshop?
I think it's real. Let's replay it.
Are you serious?
7.
Bro, that's real.
No,
Look at his
no,
teeth.
no,
That's like a
no. That
piranha.
is a,
Yo,
that
guys.
you took a tuna fish and you
Guys.
combine it with a shark in a
the
animal
most deadly
combiner.
animal.
No,
Guys,
it's
it-
not.
Guys, it's a British fish.
We just lost like half our audience. Thanks, Alec.
Why is he still laughing at that?
That was. I thought
Alex,
it
show
was
your
fun.
teeth to the camera right now.
Okay, editor, get rid of his face cam in 3, 2. All right, he's
What?
gone. Let's continue. Just blur him
Rest
out.
of the video, just have the fish as Alex face cam.
just have the fish with red hair.
Oi, I'm a fish and I don't have braces. Oi, oi.
All right, you can just mute him too at this point.
Goliath tigerfish. While most of the fish on this list only attack humans if
Wait,
provoked,
hold on, is that an
Goliath
eel?
tigerfish stands apart for having actively attacked humans on a number
Looks
of
like he's
occasions.
got venom.
Found throughout the Congo River Basin, the Goliath tigerfish is rather large, growing to lengths of about 1.5 meters.
Whoa.
Weights of up to a
That is a lot bigger than I thought.
It hunts by ambushing small fish, speeding up to them and
Oh my
clamping
gosh.
down on them.
I've
with
never
a
been so
large
happy to
huge
not be a
hole.
small fish.
Each tooth typically growing as much as 1 inch long. As a result, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the local name for the species is the Mbenga, which means
Ah,
the
yes.
danger-
Alec, can you say that?
Not a surprise at all.
Mbenga.
Mbenga.
that what he said?
Mbenga.
Say that
That's
5
because
times fast.
when it bites you, you're like Mbenga, Mbenga, Mbenga. It's the sound you make when it attacks.
dangerous fish in Swahili. Yet what makes the Goliath tigerfish really dangerous is the fact that it will often attack prey much larger than itself.
Oh
As
God.
such, it is
Like
routinely
you,
attacked
Alec.
by both
God.
crocodiles
Dude,
and
look at its
humans.
eyeballs.
And stories
Its eyeballs are
abound
more
throughout the
scary than
Congo
its
River
teeth.
Basin Of attacks from
I
this
don't know about
nasty
that.
creature. As a result, we'd
Do fish
recommend
got no
staying
soul?
far away from this body of water, unless you'd like to become its next victim.
I'm good.
I'm never getting in the ocean
Number
again
6,
or any
red-bellied
fresh water.
piranhas.
This thing looks
Throughout
cute.
the Amazon River, there are packs of predatory fish known as red-bellied piranhas.
I actually take it back. These should be number one.
Which grow to lengths of about 50
Yeah, piranhas are
centimeters and
scary.
weigh in at about 5 kilograms.
So small.
Are notable because they are not only meat eaters,
Dude,
but
they got
also have
razor sharp
extremely sharp sets of
pencil
teeth.
sharpener teeth.
They only weigh
They
5
use said
kilograms.
teeth to chase down small prey.
Yeah, but
such
look
as
at the teeth.
worms, crustaceans,
It's got a big
fish,
underbite.
and in fact will often scavenge for plants and insects in order to meet their dietary needs.
Kind of looks like
However, when food
KSI.
is scarce, piranhas will at times gang together to take
like the
down
Big
large
Meek.
prey in what is known as a feeding frenzy, usually eating up said large individual within minutes.
Gosh,
The
dude, it's
victim
got
will
red
typically
eyes.
Be an animal such as a capybara or an
What
egret.
the?
Wow.
However, in some cases, the victim will unfortunately be a human.
Oh,
and
no.
although such occurrences are extremely rare, they have unfortunately led to some very horrific deaths.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Oh, okay.
They did
let's
make
go.
a horror movie.
I told you, swordfish.
What's
When
so
did
bad
you say
about a
that?
swordfish?
When did he
Dude,
say
chop off
swordfish?
its
Oh, wait.
chop off the nose and it doesn't.
Oh, wait.
It's
You
literally
never
number
said
40 on the
swordfish.
list.
I might have said tuna fish. Same thing, bro. Same thing.
You
Come
said
on.
shark! Shark!
Do you wake up and
Tuna!
forget your name in the morning too?
As the name suggests, swordfish are definitely one of the sharper fish out there.
Wait, there's
That's because
swordfish
their
and then there's
sword-shaped
sailfish,
bills are
right? They're
extremely
different?
honed and
Yeah, I
durable,
think
and are
sailfish have like a
typically used
big
to hunt down small
dorsal
fish.
fin.
Ah, yeah, it's a big
Rather than
sail.
impale
Right?
their
Yeah.
prey with
Yeah.
their swords, they typically use them as scythes, slashing through small schools of fish in order to knock
That's actually
them out
crazy.
and gobble them up.
That
One of
is
the
crazy.
main needs in Phil's
I don't like the way you
style
said
are
gobble.
no
Just
danger to
slash in there.
humans,
Yeah, they
Gobble
gobble
them
them
up.
up.
can be
You
quite
just
the
gobble
hazard
them
when
up.
They're harpooned. That's because when impaled, they will typically jump or
Ew.
dive in such a way that could damage a boat or injure a human. Unfortunately,
You think it's ever like gotten broken in half?
Its nose?
Yeah, like they're like swimming real fast, right? Going through the water, and then they see a boat, and they're like, "Ooh, that's a big fish! I'm gonna eat it!" And then they like ram their nose into it, and then it breaks.
Maybe, but I have seen one jump onto a boat and pierce somebody, and it got like stuck in his leg.
Wait,
and it was like flopping
actually?
around in his leg. Yeah, there was a
seen
video of it.
What?
Yes, not in person. I saw a video of it.
I was about to
I
say,
thought you were
man.
on a boat and you got impaled.
I thought you were on some sort
but
of reality
I saw a
show.
video of someone else that got impaled.
Oh,
It was really
that sounds awful.
Alex got a
we-
second
yeah.
life we don't know about, guys.
Alex, a
Yeah,
fisherman.
my second life on TikTok. Yeah.
name of
Oh, yeah,
Randy
they
Williams
can get
found this
mangled
out the hard
swords.
way in 2015 when he became the first recorded person to be killed.
It doesn't
by one of these
regenerate,
fishes.
but it does
He
heal
had
over
shot
time
one with
and
his
continue to grow.
harpoon When by instinct,
Thanks,
the
Jack.
swordfish jumped up and in the process punctured Lambs
Oh
in the
my
chest,
gosh.
leading to him to
That's
later
what you
pass
just said,
away in
Alec.
the hospital.
Yeah,
This
but
just
I
goes
saw a
to show
video
how
of it.
dangerous swordfish truly are.
Oh my
It turns
god.
out that
But they do
swordfish
have
are
a pretty
much
big
more
dorsal fin,
dangerous when
too.
they're out of the water.
Yeah, they
than
do.
when
Look at
they're
that.
Inside of it. This is because their meat contains very high levels of mercury, and this is of special
It's
concern
really
to pregnant
delicious.
women.
Are they
Turns out
poisoning
that
us?
long-term swordfish
Yeah.
consumption can
Yeah,
cause
there's a lot of
Why are we
mercury in
eating
tuna
that?
too.
over time. That if
No, but
too
they're
much
good.
mercury
There's
is
a lot
in
of
pregnant
mercury in
woman's
tuna
bloodstream,
too.
It could damage a baby's developing brain.
my
and nervous
gosh.
system. As a result,
wow,
we
I didn't know
suggest
about
you
that.
stay far
Guys,
away from
guys,
the-
did your mom happen to eat a lot of sailfish or swordfish
That's her
growing
favorite
up?
food.
She loves
when
swordfish.
she was pregnant with you
actually.
guys?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I need to call my mom.
Honestly, I could have told you.
I have to call my mom later.
This mercury high fish
Alec, did
dish
your mom
if
eat a
you're
lot of spicy
expecting a
food?
child anytime soon.
Okay.
Is your fire hot?
Pufferfish.
Oh, pufferfish! Someone said that.
Pufferfish may not be
Yeah!
largest or
I
Let's
said
go!
pufferfish.
No, I said pufferfish.
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure
sure Jack
you.
said pufferfish.
I'm pretty sure
No, I
Adam
said the
said tuna
spiky
fish,
thing.
and you said the spiky thing, and then
And
you
you said-
claimed the other rockfish.
No, maybe.
Jack said pufferfish.
But you said pufferfish, and I was, it's my half
You
my
did literally.
idea.
Case closed.
Half
Case
my
closed.
idea.
Case
You just admitted it.
closed.
It was half my
Okay,
idea.
okay, let's find out why they're so dangerous, guys.
Their ability to puff up and poison their predators makes them extremely dangerous.
It's so small, though.
Now, pufferfish typically only inflate when they feel threatened, as their puffed up persona makes them look like a giant ball of spikes.
Kinda looks
which
like a
isn't
bird
exactly
right now.
Appetizing for a would-be predator.
Oh my gosh, that camera's
Additionally,
crazy.
their spikes contain a neurotoxin known as tetrodotoxin, which can cause paralysis, seizures. and
The
even
eyes are
death.
Whoa,
Look at
those
the
eyeballs.
eyeball.
To make matters
Yeah.
worse,
Looks
the
like
Thanos.
neurotoxin is not only up
Infinity
to
Stone.
1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide, but it's also so abundant
Can we see
in the
it
pufferfish
blown up?
that just
Oh,
one
yeah.
has the ability to kill up to 30 adult humans.
No
What?
When you
way.
then further consider that there is
No
no
way.
antidote for a pufferfish's
Holy smokes.
neurotoxins, it becomes
What?
clear that they should probably be avoided. Interestingly, however, there is a Japanese delicacy known as fugu.
my God, the
that
eyes
turns
are
the pufferfish
insane.
into a delectable dish. Having been eaten by the Japanese for over 2,000 years, fugu is a mainstay in Japanese culture. However, in
Fugu.
recent years, it has been heavily regulated by the state. Ever since 1958, chefs had to obtain a license in order to prepare fugu. This involves first completing a 2-year apprenticeship under a certified fugu chef.
It's probably
then
poisonous, that's why.
undertaking an examination.
They literally said it's
First 2
poisonous.
hours of set
It's not
examination.
probably. It is. It is poisonous.
3-minute
Yeah, that's what I was
fugu
saying.
It's probably
application
poisonous.
component,
Nice.
and a 20-minute fugu preparation component. However, considering
Our
that
mom
only
About
definitely ate
$1
a lot
for
of
every time you said
mercury.
fugu.
pass, the license
He's saying
certainly
fubu, isn't he?
easy to obtain.
I don't know, but it looks so
Regardless, even
good,
though
bro. I
these chefs
want
are
it.
highly trained. You would undoubtedly
Why
be
would they
taking
kill
a
such a
pretty
little
big
cute
risk if you
creature?
chose to consume a pufferfish.
They didn't show it blown up once.
Lionfish.
Oh, I heard about
The
this.
vibrant patterns,
I've heard
bright
about these
colors,
too.
and interesting shape of a lionfish may make them one of the most beautiful fish on
I
this
think they're very
list. This
poisonous
certainly doesn't make them any less
with
dangerous.
their
the
spikes.
Hailing
spikes.
from the South Pacific
Yeah.
and Indian Oceans.
Well, yeah,
there are 12
normally
species
things that
of
are like
lionfish
really
out there,
bright
all
and
of which feast
colorful
on
are
shrimp and
poisonous.
Smaller fish. However,
Like
when
Alec.
threatened, they'll make use of the poisonous spikes.
Yeah,
that they
especially
have
if they're
across
extra
their
fruity,
back,
more
pelvis, and
poisonous.
Underside. Being filled with toxin, being stung with said spikes can cause intense pain and sweating, and in extreme cases, respiratory distress and paralysis in humans.
That
Luckily,
sounds
there's a rather
awful.
simple cure for lionfish stings, as one
You
must
pee on it.
simply remove the spines
Just
and soak the
stop,
wound
bro.
in hot
It
water
sounds
to
like you
break
want to
down the
pee on
toxin.
yourself.
If
I'm
this
just
treatment
saying,
is
dude, if
performed,
you
then
ever
the
get
pain from
poisoned by
the sting
anything,
typically subsides
could be
after
food
1 or 2
poisoning,
days.
could be lionfish
However, if
poisoning,
it's
I'm
not
gonna pee
treated
on
in
you.
time, then it's far less
Don't get
effective.
poisoned, Alec.
Yet what makes lionfish even more worrisome is that they're an invasive species, appearing in densities of over 350 fish per hectare on some reefs.
What the heck?
Per
They've
hectare,
spread
guys.
across the eastern seaboard and the Mediterranean. This is problematic because they not only have no
Seriously?
predators outside the Indo-Pacific, but they also have a voracious appetite, and most notably decimated about 65 to 95% of the endemic small reef fish in the
What?
Bahamas in just a 30-year
Wait,
time
are you
frame.
kidding me?
As a result, we can expect issues regarding these feisty fish to continue to skyrocket.
Dude, they look ugly and they act even
Populations not
uglier.
They're like
consumed.
This
a
is some
plague
baloney.
fish.
Number 2, Kendiru.
No way.
Oh,
Found in the
I've
depths
never
the
heard of this.
Amazon, the
Neither have I.
Kendiru is a fish
I don't know
that
what
is
this
is.
small
this?
but incredibly mighty, measuring
Mighty.
in at about 17 centimeters
Ew.
in length.
Oh
and
my
being
God.
clear
Ew,
in
dude, it looks like an
color.
anchovy.
Looks like my
Guys,
turd.
see?
Spot.
You guys see, it's only 17 centimeters, but it still packs a punch. That's how you know size does not matter.
No one said that.
I'm just,
Why are
I'm
you
just-
like defending yourself? It
I'm just putting it out
sounded
there.
very defensive. No
I'm
one, no
just
one's even
putting
coming
it out
at you,
there,
man.
boys.
Alec, you're
That's
the
all-
biggest
I'm
one
just-
here. It's not
Yeah.
even like you're 5'5".
just-
You're like
just
6'3".
Yeah.
I'm just
Why are
putting it
you
out
defending
there.
short kings?
I wasn't talking about height. All
Oh,
right,
feet
let's
size.
continue.
Alec does have small
Known
feet.
as
He
a
does.
vampire fish due to its tendency to swim into the gills of smaller fish
fish is cool.
and live off them like
Oh,
a
it swims
parasite.
into the
However,
gills.
while the reports on the subject
What?
are shaky, there's quite a bit of anecdotal evidence to
They're like a
suggest that
parasite fish.
kangaroos
Oh,
have
wait a
another
second. Can
target.
they attack people though?
Oh my gosh, the face.
Do they
Wait,
go inside of your ears?
Kangaroos have another target.
bro.
Oh my gosh,
Imagine that thing crawling up in your gills.
dude.
It's like, hello, I'm in your gills.
Has no idea about personal space. Just probably the eyes all up in there.
It's just trying to make a friend and then swims into your gills,
Everyone
trying to
make
give
the
you a
face.
hug. Are we?
In particular, reports specify that kangaroos have a tendency to swim into human private parts. with It is said that once there,
I'm never going to the ocean again.
With barbs, with
Into the
possibility of
butts.
driving deeper into them if you try to pull one out. As a result, while some suggested remedies
Why
do
does it do
exist,
that?
historical accounts suggest just cutting the offending member off in order to relieve yourself of the pain.
Oh my
I'm
god.
plugging up my
Oh
butthole
my
before I go
God.
swimming.
Empirical evidence attesting to kangaroo attacks remains limited.
Might have to,
In
man.
fact, many scientists today believe
I'm not
that
sure.
multiple
It's the, I'm not sure it's the bug
sensationalized
hole it goes
that
up.
if a kangaroo were to swim up your private parts,
It might be the other side, bro.
Please don't show it. Please don't show it.
for long after having done so.
Oh, so they swim
Regardless,
up there
we're
by
still
accident.
suggesting far away from the Amazon's murky waters.
God, stay out of the Amazon. I don't even think I would go in the Amazon regardless, but now I'm definitely not doing it.
Target.
Imagine that thing just in there.
What is number one?
Yes! Sharks.
Yes, I got it.
Although great
Let's
white sharks
go!
are not quite as dangerous as movies like Jaws and Sharknado
Let's
make
go.
them out to be. They definitely still are
Sharknado!
one of the most
Wait, I thought Sharknado was based off a true story.
Sharknado! No, it's a hypothetical. Like it could happen in an alternate reality if tornadoes get strong enough.
Oh, I see.
dangerous animals out there, measuring as long as 6 meters and typically weighing in at more than 2.5 tons. It's pretty clear that the great white is massive. Unsurprisingly,
Seriously.
it therefore uses its sheer power and 300 serrated teeth to its advantage, attacking prey such as sea lions, seals, small-toothed whales, and sea turtles. Yet it turns out that at times humans also make their way onto the menu. And while sharks don't actually like the taste of humans, they often mistake them for seals. However, after they take one bite and realize their mistake, they generally swim away.
I've heard that a lot of animals like don't like the taste of humans, but like, is there an animal that does like the taste of humans? Do you guys know?
Me. I'm a cannibal.
Jesus, dude. Bold, this is bad. We live in the same building.
There's a bonus on this list. It's me when I swim in the ocean.
No.
Dirt boy in water.
He's got gills.
As even one bite is enough to severely maim or even kill a human. Yet with only about 30 to 35 white shark attacks occurring per year,
look at the scars on that bad boy.
Face to face with one are
Look at all the scars on his face.
As a
I
result,
literally
if
just
we
said
crunch
that.
the numbers, it seems that it really is the sharks who should be scared of us. That's because if we include all types of sharks, humans kill a
this
total
guy?
of 100 million of them.
Nice chest
every
there, bro.
single
Oh no, that was
In other
Steve
words,
from Blue's Clues.
6.4 and 7.9% of their entire population.
Say
That looks like a
cheese.
vampire.
This shark slaughter
He's
is
always
thanks to the
smiling.
demand for shark fin soup from many Asian countries, where it's a delicacy that's so expensive that just one bowl of
Why?
it can cost upwards of $100. As a
what?
result, conservation
way.
efforts are being made around the world to ensure that these sharks remain in our oceans and stay off our dinner plates.
Yeah.
That's all we have for you today, everyone.
Now, if you thought that those were the most terrifying creatures you've ever seen, we'll think again, because now me and the boys are checking out 12 mythical creatures that live in the ocean.
First creature on our video is the Kraken, the sea monster that made sailors write their wills. This isn't just a big squid. This is a beast, big as an island, eyes like windows, tentacles like cranes. The Kraken comes from Norse legends. Fishermen swore, if the water starts to foam, run, because if you see it, you're already too late. It was so real to sailors, they marked it on maps. Here be monsters. Now here's the twist. Giant squids are real. First filmed in the 2000s.
Oh my.
Before that,
That's not even that
just
long
scraps,
ago.
Scars and fear. Today, the Kraken is everywhere. Pirates of the Caribbean, God of War, rum bottles, music videos. Because it still creeps us out, even unseen. Is it real? Maybe not. But the ocean covers 80% of Earth, and we know almost nothing about it. So maybe the Kraken.
Well, that's the thing, guys, is that the ocean is so massive, right? And we know that these creatures were based off of actual creatures that existed, like the giant octopus and the giant squid. But maybe there's a massive version of this that's just never been caught on footage, because a lot of them are deep in the depths of the ocean, and supposedly they are constantly at battle with giant sperm whales. That is their main predator, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the giant squid is very big, but it's nowhere near how big the Kraken is depicted. The Kraken is depicted to be able to take down entire battleships, and that I don't believe is accurate.
Well, you look back to like the dinosaur times when there was more oxygen circulation in the world, the Kraken could have existed then.
Yeah? Well, what if its first name is Butt? Then what?
Then you're cracking the butt.
What? What are you talking about?
I just...
Nice argument.
Thanks. Then its name would be Butt Kraken. Anyway.
Just waiting. Next on our list is Jormungand, a sea serpent so massive, legends say he wraps around the entire
Okay,
Earth
that can't be
and
real.
bites his own tail. Jormungand isn't just a monster.
What?
He's Loki's son, the brother of Hel and Fenrir.
Huh?
He doesn't just sleep beneath
Fenrir
the
is a
waves.
dog.
He waits.
How did
Because when he
Loki create
rises,
that?
Ragnarok begins. The end of the
The
world.
lucky dog.
According to Norse mythology, on the final day, he will face Thor, and they'll both die.
So what is this based
Thor
on?
will kill the serpent, but only walk 9 steps before falling from the poison. Here's the twist. This myth didn't appear out of nowhere. Norwegians have long told stories of sea serpents, and even in the 1800s, Icelanders swore they saw something, a snake as long as a village. Today,
What?
Jormungand shows up in games from God of War to Assassin's Creed. But he's not just a snake. He's a force of destruction that can't be stopped. Does he really exist? Of course not. But the idea of something slowly wrapping around us while we're too busy to notice is terrifying in its own way.
That kind of reminds me of that one SCP that we checked out.
SCP-3000?
I think so, yeah, where it was that giant long sea beast that was like miles and miles long that literally was just in the ocean, and it would take down giant cruise ships like it was nothing.
Now, I'm not opposed to the idea that there are some creatures out there that are massive and we haven't discovered quite yet. But I am opposed to the idea of them ever getting as big as this or anything really close to that, because there's just not enough food for them to eat. They would have to be eating all of the blue whales out there. There's not enough blue whales. There's not enough creatures out there for them to get big enough or for them to get that big.
That's assuming, though, that they have to eat stuff to stay alive.
Yeah, like everything ever? What do you mean?
That's how the world works, Adam.
Until science discovers a way to survive without it. You guys are living in the present day. This
I mean, there's
could be something that's
photosynthesis.
futuristic.
Is that what you're talking about? Maybe they grow through the sun?
Yeah, plants get energy from the sun. That's what I'm saying. There's different ways to get energy. It's not just eating food like burgers and pizza
those
like you do all day.
animals. Okay, why are you calling me out?
There is the Hydra, right? That is a close relative of the jellyfish that doesn't necessarily need food, and it also doesn't age either. So
what is a
if there's
Hydra? I've never heard of that.
Boom!
You never heard of it? Here, let me show you.
I've
Never heard of a Hydra?
A dragon.
The three-headed beast.
Yeah, but Jack is saying that it's real and it doesn't need food.
It is, yeah. It's
Yes.
kind of similar to like a tardigrade, like the water bear. It's a very microscopic creature, but it doesn't need food. So maybe there's a giant version of this in the ocean.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That would be the only way that it would be able to survive.
The ocean is a very scary place, is what I'm learning today.
You've definitely heard of the next creature, the
blue
megalodon,
whale. Oh.
a shark up to 60 feet long.
Now this thing
Its
was
jaws could crush a
definitely
car.
real.
Its teeth were the size of a grown man's palm.
1000%.
And if it were near you, you wouldn't hear a sound. They say it hunted whales, dolphins, and even other sharks. That nothing in the ocean could rival it.
No way.
Fossilized teeth and vertebrae have been found all over the world, from Europe to Australia, most often near the coasts of the United States, Peru, and Japan. Some teeth are so well preserved, they almost look recent. That's why some wonder, what if it's still out there? Fun
This
fact,
one I'm actually scared
the name
about.
Megalodon means giant tooth, and for good reason.
Yeah.
A single tooth could reach 7 inches in length. Today,
Whoa.
this creature has become a pop culture icon.
Whoa.
It appears in movies, games, and mockumentary shows. Many still believe something massive and ancient might still be hiding in the deep. So, does the Megalodon really exist? Yes. This creature truly lived in the ocean. And maybe that's what makes it the scariest sea monster of all.
Guys, do you think that megalodons are still roaming in the oceans today?
I think there's got to be at least one. There's got to be one that's still lurking that they haven't found yet.
Alec?
Well, if
It's-
there's one,
we
there's
call
gotta
them
be
the
more than
king of
one.
the
There's
ocean.
got to be more than one. It's not
No,
just
because
one.
if there's only one, then you can't reproduce without two. So I think there's one.
Yeah, but
and
then
I
it
think
would've died.
he's been living.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would die out. He's the last one.
So then wouldn't he have died out millions of years ago?
Yeah, that's what, like, what are you talking about?
No. You guys are thinking of age as like the same way that you're thinking about consuming food.
There's only a few creatures on
What
planet
is
Earth
Adam
that don't
talking
age,
about right
Adam.
now? Oh my god.
Adam, are you saying that this is
Holy
like
stuff that doesn't age,
like
Jack.
this is
There's
a,
stuff
this
that
is a
doesn't age.
mythological creature that literally
Yes.
just like it doesn't matter with space and time, that it just lives on and on and on and doesn't need food?
Maybe every single thing in existence has a lifespan.
This isn't a
right?
Wattpad
no
fantasy,
D in
Adam.
that
This is
word.
real life.
Like some things, like a turtle, they have a lifespan of like 1 year to 100 years. Then there's stuff like a dog that has a lifespan of like 14 years.
Adam,
There's different spans of life.
I'm gonna give you the biggest noogie you've ever had after this video, I swear.
Adam, megalodons lived on average for 88 to 100 years. So are you saying that a megalodon has lived for millions of years?
I'm just saying, you guys are throwing away every possibility. That's just one possibility that I'm thinking of right now.
No. Jack asked you how many you think are still alive today, and you wholeheartedly said one. You're not saying, oh, there's a possibility of there being one. You just said one. I think 0. That's it, for pretty obvious reasons. You know, the whole asteroid thing and...
Well, the asteroids
rest is
actually
just
did
so
not
never.
kill the megalodons. It was climate change that actually killed them, and oxygen change.
which is from the asteroid.
I don't think so. They survived much
Because it was a big
longer.
cloud? Because it was a big cloud from the asteroid?
Well, the
And then,
asteroid was hundreds of
got-
millions of years ago, like Chicxulub, but megalodons only went extinct 3 million years ago.
Who?
Chicxulub.
Right.
Chicxulub.
Alec, don't even try
It's
and
the thing that
ChatGPT
made
right now.
the Mexican
I'm pretty much wanna be wanting
the Gulf
ChatGPT
of
right now.
America, Mexico.
Okay, I believe you.
Chicxulub.
I believe you.
You never heard of that, idiot?
Guys,
I've
this is
heard
the
of-
meteor.
No, never mind.
But anyway, megalodons went extinct 3 million years ago, so could they still be around? Maybe. But next up is a creature that can't be real.
Umibozu, a giant that
Never
appears
say
when
never.
the storm ends. But the silence becomes more terrifying than the storm itself. The name Umibozu means sea monk. Japanese
Whoa.
fishermen believed that if the sea suddenly went still and fog covered the horizon, Umibozu was near. He rises from the ocean, enormous, faceless, often just a shadow. Some say he has arms.
That looks like Jack.
Others say he's only a head.
What?
Either way,
Yeah.
he sinks ships with a single gesture. Legend says if a sailor speaks to him, he asks for a bucket.
And a
Given
mop?
normal one, he floods the ship.
Oh.
The only way to survive
That's
is
a
to
lot.
hand him a bottomless bucket, confusing him long enough to escape. Folklore varies on his size. Some describe him as tall as a sail, others as big as a mountain. Today, Umibozu appears in anime, horror
like this
manga,
one.
and video games. His presence always means one thing: silence with purpose. Does he really exist?
There's
Science
no
says
way.
no. But when the sea goes quiet and the air stops moving, Japanese sailors remember one name: Umibozu.
I don't think that one's real, guys.
No, that one's definitely a myth, but a scary one.
Have you guys ever looked out into the ocean when it's pitch black?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple times a year.
That thought, there could literally be anything out there. I don't know how you guys don't think that this could just be one of the possibilities.
I mean, can I say 100% that that thing doesn't exist? I can't say anything 100%, Adam, because I can't be everywhere and anything all at one time. However, I am a man of science, and if science says it's probably not real, I'm going to say it's probably not real.
You do know that mythological things are just things that science hasn't proven to be yet.
Dude, I just can't stand Adam. That's it. I wish I had a button. Like
Is that why you
boop.
sneezed? Is that?
I was trying to get you to shut
allergic?
up. It didn't work.
Oh, so you don't think it's real, Alec?
No, I don't think Umibozu is real, Adam. Oh my god. Nobody believes in Umibozu.
There's one.
You're a
never
bozo
none.
if you believe in Umibozu.
There's never none. Comment down below, all my supporters.
This is basically just like Japan's Kraken, okay? Thank you. Next.
Slay
You
Queen.
talk about and all know the name: Sea Eater. It arrives with no
Oh.
splash, no sound.
This one
It
might be
simply
real. This is not the
is.
bloop.
It's described
Very
as a
different.
massive,
Looks like
dark
the bloop
form
with
no
arms.
clear shape.
So
Its
different,
smooth
Adam.
Skin resembling that of a seal. It has no eyes, only a gaping mouth stretching across half its head. Some witnesses claim it's the size of a bus.
I don't like
or
this
even
one.
larger.
No, that's
The
not that
first
big.
mentions of the Sea Eater came from coastal legends in
huge. A
Scandinavia
bus?
and northern Canada.
Scandinavia?
Fishermen told stories
Maybe not
of
the short
boats
bus you were
vanishing
on.
in calm water. No waves, no splashes.
I wasn't on the short
just
bus.
silence and an empty sea. The Sea Eater isn't said to attack in rage. It simply appears
Okay.
beneath the boat, and the boat is
That's
gone.
giant. That could fit more
As
than
if
one
the
boss.
ocean itself decided not to
That's what I'm
return it.
saying.
Today, Sea Eater is a rare figure in fan
Yeah,
theories,
dude, it's
internet
34 miles
forums,
long.
and indie videos.
There's no way.
Almost no one has seen it. But those who claim they have never share the details. Does it exist? Not. But the ocean is vast, and in its depths there are places where even light doesn't reach.
Guys, I actually saw the Sea Eater before, but I can't tell you about it.
Oh, I totally
That's,
believe you.
There's no way that's
I
true.
saw it,
There's
guys. I
no way.
I saw it, but I can't tell you.
That's so not true. He did make a good point though earlier that it was like whoever faces the thing or sees it dies, which is a good point about all of these. Like, how can you discover something new if you die every time you're out in the ocean? 80% of the world is the ocean, and people go out in boats like miles and miles from the shore. Who are they going to communicate with when they die? From the Kraken? From this thing? From Uzumaki?
I think you just made that last one up. But Adam, so if there's a Sea Eater out there, you're saying that it's killing everybody that it comes across. Therefore, how would we even know about it then?
Exactly. No, like there could be myths of like maybe someone was like communicating like, oh my gosh, there's something huge coming at me. I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Dead.
gosh, is Adam back?
That. No.
Wouldn't there
But
be
you guys
like?
get what I mean.
Wouldn't there
Like,
be footage
it's
of
in the
it?
middle of the ocean.
You know how like in airplanes
No,
they have
they-
black boxes, right? That have the information of everything that was happening on the
That
plane.
thing would eat the entire black box, everything.
Oh my God, you're right.
And the ocean's so deep they wouldn't be able to get it if it sunk all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. The black box would.
Christ, dude.
Yeah,
I can't go in the ocean anymore.
that's what I'm saying.
Wait, does it attack in shallow waters or just
No.
deep water?
Imagine, yeah, it literally survives like 100 miles away from the nearest shoreline. That would be almost impossible to detect without dying.
If it was that big, wouldn't it cause like tsunamis? And couldn't we detect it on radar?
No.
Oh.
I'm not actually sure how radar works, so I don't know about that, but tsunamis happen all the time.
Well, there's this new thing called LiDAR, and that thing is ultra powerful. I don't know exactly how it works.
It's a
but-
lie, Alec. It's not
Can
real.
it scan the entire
Really?
ocean?
It's a lie.
Actually?
Yep, lie.
Never mind then.
Next question.
And if something lives there, It knows how to wait.
Some people call me the land eater.
The next creature is shrouded not only in lake mist, but in mysterious
I'm never going to the
stories.
ocean, bro.
It's Ogopogo, a legend from Canada, born in the depths of Lake
Ogopogo
Okanagan.
stick.
It's described as a long, serpent-like being
Sea
with
serpent.
smooth, dark
Ah,
skin,
that looks like a
small
Pokemon.
horse-like head, and a curved body like a sea serpent. Its length can reach up to
A lot of
49
Pokemon
feet.
are based off real
The
legends.
story
There's a
of Ogopogo
Pokemon called
traces
Ogre
back to the
Pond.
mythology of the Sylex people. According to their beliefs, a spirit named Enha-a-Itk lived in the lake
That's
and demanded
Godzilla.
offerings to allow people safe passage across the lake. Over time, the tale evolved into the legend of a lake monster.
Oh, this is just
later known as
this is just
Ogopogo.
Canada's
The
Nessie.
first official sighting came in the early 20th century. In 1926, a group of people claimed they saw a strange creature
What is
in the
that?
lake.
What?
Since then, dozens of eyewitness reports have emerged. Blurry photos, shaky videos,
Yo.
and
Bro, that could
mysterious
be it.
stories. Interesting fact, Ogopogo is often called the Canadian
Yo.
Loch.
Explain that. Explain that, Adam. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think that's the Canadian Loch Ness Monster. I'm fully in.
Alec, what is that, bro?
That's easy.
What am I looking at?
It's easy. It's the physics of water. So there's something in the front that's causing a wake, and then behind the water, or behind the thing moving, the water goes like this, because it's how waves work. But like the thing behind it isn't actually it. It's the wave. It's just the water.
He has no idea. How
So that's
physics work.
not
That
the
is not-
Ogopogo.
In the front it is, maybe. But it's just like a fish that's like, moving fast, and it's just causing waves behind
yeah,
it.
it could be a giant fish because I know that sturgeon, they're pretty popular in Canada, and they could get to be like 20 feet.
What kind of fish are they though? What kind of back do they have? Is it flat back or is it one of those that's like?
They have like some fins, like a little like dorsal fin at the top, so it could
Okay, it
create
could
the
be that.
waves that Alec is talking about.
Right.
Okay.
You silly gooses. You guys are so
Interesting.
gullible.
I'm just questioning everything today because I don't know, and I want to be prepared for when I go back into the ocean, which is probably never.
In fact, there's even a statue of him in the city of Kelowna, a cute cartoon version that attracts many tourists. What about today? Some believe Ogopogo could be a large fish or a relic species hiding deep in the lake. Scientists, however, think most sightings are misinterpretations, waves, light distortions, or
And it's
floating
just people
logs.
doing
Scientists are such
drugs.
bummers.
Does Ogopogo really exist? So far, no solid proof. But who knows? Maybe one day someone will capture footage that changes everything. The next creature is one of the most
Oh, it's your boy,
mysterious.
Adam.
The bloop isn't just a sound recorded in 1997. For many, it's a signal from a giant sea monster hiding deep in the ocean's darkness. The sound was so powerful, it was picked up by sensors over 3,000 miles
Here we
apart.
go. It's got. Why can't they
Scientists
pick it up on
initially couldn't
radar?
explain
Here's your
It
proof.
didn't resemble any known marine animal or man-made sound. Few people know that the coordinates of the sound are close to the rumored location of
What's
R'lyeh,
that?
the underwater city of Cthulhu in Lovecraft's mythos.
What?
This sparked theories.
That's real.
Could the
What-
bloop
what-
be
is that a
something
butthole? No,
ancient
that was
and
an eyeball.
terrifying, sleeping in the sea?
It's an eyeball.
Today, official science believes it was the sound of an ice quake.
Yeah. Okay.
Glacier break-
So
Yeah, what about a tectonic plate?
the
Like a
government-
tectonic plate
tries to
shift?
cover that
covers
stuff
up
up
all the time, Alec.
Oh, so like how we believe aliens are real, right, guys?
9/11 inside job. Bloop, real. So you just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how you believe the government for some stuff, but not for other stuff, Alec.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, okay.
When it fits your narrative,
No, no, look,
you're
look,
like,
look,
oh yeah,
look.
of course the bloop star.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I am probably #1 conspiracy theorist believer. So I'm all ears. I'm all open to it. I just
You're all
need
forehead.
I just need more info. Like all they have is a sound. That is it. And like this guy is saying, it could have been so
They die
many
if they
different
get close.
things. Well, if there were more
Who's gonna get
reports, if there were
close?
more
Who?
reports that were like anyone who goes to this spot dies, then I'd be like, okay,
The
that's
Bermuda
weird. That's
Triangle.
weird.
Okay, guys, it probably was an iceberg, right? An iceberg made a
Okay.
sound, but
Jack's compromised.
No,
Jack's
I'm
compromised.
saying, but it could have awoken something, right? That could have just been the part of it. Maybe it was the bloop waking up because the icebergs, they go deep, deep, deep underground. You guys have seen pictures of glaciers, right? How like the top of the glacier is only just a small percentage of what the actual whole thing is. So deep in the glacier, there could be frozen monsters like the
Okay,
bloop.
now this is ridiculous.
So maybe the
What
bloop
is
was
this, Ice
breaking
Age?
out of the ice thing.
No,
Maybe it
now you're
broke
losing
out
me.
of
You're
it.
way
That's
losing
what
me.
caused
Jack,
it
You're
to
having me
break.
a little bit. Now you're way off. You're way off. You missed
Jack's the
point.
first person I've ever seen glaze a glacier. He's a glazer.
Wait, I'm not glazing it. I'm just saying maybe the bloop broke out of the glacier. You don't know. You guys are the ones saying that you just don't know. You don't know, so why can't I be right?
Because that one was stupid.
I've never glazed a glacier in my life, and I'm not gonna start.
Yeah,
now.
but you glaze donuts all the time, and you eat
glazed
them.
Miss Glazier, who was my kindergarten teacher. Next question.
I don't even understand. Is she a mythical creature to you?
But
She was untouchable.
Hunters disagree. They believe it could have been the cry of a creature too large to imagine. Whether
Julia's
the bloop is a
Beast.
living being remains a mystery. But the way this sound ignited imaginations worldwide proves one thing. The ocean may hide more than we ever dared to dream.
Oh my God,
The
there's
next
more.
mythical creature, the Loch Ness
Okay, I've
Monster.
heard of this one.
Have you ever heard the stories about the
Classic.
mysterious creature that allegedly lives in Loch
Of
Ness,
course.
a lake in Scotland?
Of course.
Over the years, people have reported strange sightings associated with this mysterious creature. It is often called Nessie.
Whoa!
Popular name
Is that
for
real
the
footage?
monster.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah,
thing that
okay.
stands out in descriptions is the creature's enormous size. According to numerous accounts, it could be up to 10 meters long, with a dark,
That's
leathery
55
body
feet.
and a long neck, resembling something between a dinosaur and a snake. Some have claimed it has a head resembling that of a snake or a crocodile, and there have even been reports of its fins. The first official mention of the Loch Ness Monster dates back to the year 565, when St.
You're
Columba,
joking.
an Irish monk, allegedly encountered a giant creature in a river flowing into the lake. In 1933,
Whoa.
a widely known event
Oh,
was
yeah.
associated
Was that-
with
that's a
the
swan,
I
photograph.
actually
bro.
do know that this photograph was confirmed to be fake because
No.
the person that took the photo said that it was fake. He said that it was a toy submarine with a fake neck tied to it.
You don't think he could have been compromised? Everyone in this chat is compromised. All you watching know.
Wait, but why would he lie about that? Why would he lie?
Because the government probably captured it and is running experiments on it.
Oh my God, Adam, I can't.
How is that not an
Why do you
option?
believe every single thing that you ever hear ever?
I don't. If I believed everything I ever said ever, I would have believed that this isn't true. This is real.
That's a
Well,
swan.
if it was real,
You guys are sheep. You guys are sheep.
why would the government let people go back into Loch Ness?
They captured it and are doing experiments on it because they're trying to bring back the dinosaurs.
But Adam, there can't just be one. If there's one, there has to be multiple. That's how Darwin said. There's got to
You
be
don't
multiple.
understand what an asexual is?
Yeah, it's you on a Tuesday.
This isn't about me.
Oh my God.
Bro,
Okay,
I'm
all
a
right,
Beavis and
this is-
Butthead right now. Oh my
This
God.
one is it's gotta be cat, bro. There, people have probably
Dude,
seen some
You're saying
random
this
stuff in
one's
there.
cat, but the bloop has the potential to be real
This
by
one's
being
cat.
locked inside
Okay.
of a
Well, yeah,
glacier and breaking
that-
out after millions of years.
Is in the ocean, Alec. That is in the ocean. This is a lake. You can literally go out to this lake and you
Oh,
can
I'm
see
about
the
to cut
entire
so
lake.
much cheese if you keep talking.
Bro, you literally have cheese coming out of your butt every morning, okay? I don't want to hear anything about cheese.
It's like string cheese.
What? Oh my! No, you two are so weird. I'm playing the video.
Let me get a cracker. Let me get a cracker.
Ness.
What?
This photo, called the surgeon's photo, became one of the most discussed images in history.
3 feet?
3
What?
feet? What does that
The photo
mean?
was acknowledged as a hoax, but
7
interest in the
feet.
creature did not fade.
3 feet. 3 feet.
Numerous investigations carried out around the lake, the Loch Ness Monster remains an unsolved mystery. Does it
We need
really
Scooby-Doo
exist?
on the squad.
This question can be answered differently by each of us. But one thing we know for sure, the fascination with this mysterious creature never fades, and Loch Ness continues to attract mystery lovers and adventurers.
Whoa.
I like it.
Number 4
it's
in our
probably
video is
fake.
the mermaid,
I'm back in.
or the siren. Most of us remember the fairy tale version, a beautiful woman with a fishtail, singing on a rock and dreaming of love. But the original legends about mermaids are much darker. In ancient sea lore, especially in Norse
This is the
and
first one
Celtic
I hope
traditions,
is real.
mermaids were terrifying
No, you don't,
creatures who
Alec.
lured
Never
sailors
mind.
with their hypnotic singing. Their voices would lead ships off course, crash them on rocks, and make entire crews disappear. These beings were called sirens. They were often described as having sharp teeth, pale skin,
Yup.
long claws, and glowing eyes. Not many people know this, but in early folklore, sirens didn't have tails at all.
What?
They were often depicted as half-woman, half-bird creatures.
What the
Over
heck?
time, this image merged with the sea maiden, creating the hybrid myth we know today.
Huh.
Modern pop culture has really softened the look. Take Disney's
Pop
The
off.
Little Mermaid, for example. She's nothing like the deadly sirens of old. Still, some modern films revisit the original version, like the horror movie The Siren, 2016,
Never saw it.
or The Eerie, The Lighthouse, 2019.
Never saw it.
Do mermaids really exist?
Ew.
Science
Whoa.
says no. But sailor stories, mysterious disappearances, and strange underwater footage keep the legend very much alive.
What do you guys think?
I think it makes perfect sense that there
Of
is
course you
like
do.
a human equivalent of intelligence that's in the ocean. The ocean is 80%, while land is only 20%.
Okay, how many times are you gonna bring that up, Adam?
I'm just saying that there's so much more area that could happen in the ocean than on land. So
How does
just
area
statistically,
happen?
It doesn't make any sense that we're humans and we have the intelligence and we're only 20% of the land.
Listen,
and
Adam,
80% of
hold
the
on.
land has
Listen to
dolphins
this.
as the smartest
Listen to
thing.
this, Adam.
It doesn't
No,
make any
listen.
sense.
Jupiter is like 100 times Earth and doesn't have anything on it at all. Okay.
Because it doesn't have any water.
is stupid.
Okay, no, it's because it can't sustain life. Okay, I'm not
water
done.
can sustain
Shut up!
life.
I'm not done. The water can sustain life, but it cannot. It doesn't have the materials necessary to create intelligent life. You
The
can't
water
make
is
a fire
dangerous, Adam.
underwater.
What are you talking about?
Water
You
is
can't make a
dangerous.
fire underwater. There's no wood underwater to craft anything. You can't build that. Like you can't. There's too much pressure. It doesn't exist. You can't do it.
What are you talking about?
What is confusing about that?
There's coral. There's clams.
don't know who
there's so
coral is,
many
dude.
creatures. There's an entire world.
There's
under-
like coral reefs in
Yes.
some random spots, but it's 99.9% of the ocean is not coral reef. It's just sand.
Have you ever heard of hydropumping?
The Pokemon move.
People create energy from water. There is electrical current and kinetic energy running through water as we speak. There is potential to get energy from
And
water.
what? You want fish to figure that out? What do you expect is gonna happen? Nah, you're actually rage baiting me. It's so annoying how you do this every single day.
Adam.
Every day you're just rage baiting and baiting and baiting.
Making me fidget. You're making me
Adam,
fidget.
do you think there is a small possibility that people back in the day maybe mistook manatees for people, for like fat women?
That's probably how the first mermaid got created.
Isn't there also like dolphins or something that make noise out in the ocean? So when it was pitch black out there and these sailors heard noises, they probably thought like, oh, maybe that's a lady that's lost at sea. Let me go help.
True. And then dolphins are dangerous.
Yeah.
These pirates and these people that were out on ships were starving and they were hallucinating because they had nothing and they
all
were
had
begging for their
scurvy.
lives. Yeah, exactly. And so any noise they heard, they probably thought it was something when it wasn't really anything. And the next thing you know, your mom's, your uncle, your dad's, your pops, and then you die.
Exactly. They had scurvy, so they were looking for that curvy, Adam. You get it?
That's exactly what the government wants you to think.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Here we go. Nah, but Alec, this next one I think you're gonna like.
One of the most jaw-dropping creatures in this video is the Titanoboa.
Titanoboa!
A snake the length
Yup.
of 2 buses. This
Oh, he likes
prehistoric
this one.
giant could grow up to 50 feet
I
long
love
and
this
weigh
one.
over a ton. It lived around 60
this
million
one's real
years ago,
though.
just after the dinosaurs
No,
went
that's the
extinct.
most realistic one
Its
for
home,
sure. Most
the
believable.
tropical swamps of modern-day Colombia. And in those swamps, Titanoboa wasn't just a predator. It ruled the ecosystem.
It literally was real.
Scientists believe it hunted large fish, turtles, and maybe even young crocodiles. It didn't bite. It crushed, with enough strength to snap a spine like a twig. Fun fact, Titanoboa was only discovered in 2009
Whoa.
when its massive
Discovered.
vertebrae
It's
were found.
discovered, Adam. They found its vertebrae. It's literally real. So, shoot!
So that's the
Shoot.
second creature, right? That on this list, they've actually found proof of it being real.
It's
The
literally real,
Megalodon
Adam.
and the Titanoboa.
Titanoboa.
But
This
he's
guy
saying
doesn't know
hey,
how to
tit.
Alec.
He's saying
Hey.
Titanoboa.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey Alec, in 3rd grade we did this fun project in class where we all made our own fossils out of different things that we found out of the house. So just finding a fossil doesn't mean that it's real. People create and destroy things all the time.
Just answer me one question. Is that giant thing on your face, which I believe is your nose, is that real? Or is that fake? Is it real or fake, Adam? Huh? Wait, I didn't hear you.
It's real.
Oh my God. So if that's real, literally anything can be real. Wow.
I wonder what creature they'd say Adam was when they find his fossil in like a million years.
It'd be a whole
All
new
right, come on, let's
species.
play. Come on. Come on. That's too far.
Found in a coal mine. Some of them were as big as
The
a human head.
Nostrosaurus!
Today, you can see its reconstructed skeleton at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I'm sure
And
that was real.
online,
Suck it,
there are
Adam.
plenty of wild theories. What if it
You believe
survived?
everything the government tells you.
So,
Oh my
does
god, dude.
Titanoboa really exist?
I could take
Whoa.
it, I think.
It's a real
You could live
prehistoric
inside of
animal that
it.
once
You
ruled
can't
the
take it
swamps.
anywhere.
And maybe the scariest part is, it could still be hiding in the Amazon.
Nah.
One of the most
Well, similar to the ocean, a lot of the Amazon is still not explored. I'm not suggesting that it does still exist, but I'm saying the Amazon is huge, and a lot of it's still unexplored.
yeah.
So there's a chance it could be still out
tribes
there.
in the Amazon.
Yep, and a lot of uncontacted animals.
Yeah, it amazes me that they can deliver packages in under 2 days sometimes. It's wild.
Good one.
creatures in this video. This massive sea
El
monster
Gran
only
Maha.
started showing up
This
online
one,
a few
gotta
years
call
ago,
Cap.
But it's already the center of
No,
countless
but
theories.
it could
and
be
internet
inside a glacier,
legends.
remember?
According to
Well,
witness
yeah.
accounts and
Yeah, it could.
online
Yeah, it
art,
could. That's
El Gran
good point,
Maha
Alec.
is a colossal creature.
Not
about
this guy.
2,200 feet long. It has a huge
Whoa.
mouth full of razor-sharp teeth and 6 small white eyes placed along the sides of its
Like a
massive
spider.
head. People say it lives deep in the Arctic Ocean,
Puerto
hidden from
Rico.
humanity in the darkest depths.
This is why I'm never going to
The
Puerto
first
Rico.
rumors started when mysterious underwater sounds were recorded in the Arctic. Some claimed it was just ice breaking, but others were convinced it was the voice of something no one could explain.
Whoa.
One of the most famous stories involves a deep
James
sea
Cameron.
expedition that supposedly caught the shadow of a giant shape moving past the camera. Does El Gran Maha really exist?
I'm not buying
One
this
thing
one.
I would like them to do is like have us listen to an actual glacier breaking and then play the clip of these, and then we can compare what we think.
I
'Cause
did
surely
that. I've done that multiple times.
and
Yeah, Alec, me and Jack have done that together.
and
It sounds very similar.
It's extremely
Oh,
similar.
okay.
It's actually
So then-
uncanny.
It's true. It is very true.
it's uncanny. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's-
Uncanny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
I-
uncanny.
It's uncanny.
It's uncanny valley.
Really exist? There's no scientific proof, but our fear of the unknown, of strange ocean sounds and shadows in the deep,
How does
makes
that
this creature
thing...
one of the most terrifying and
like,
believable mythical
what does it
beings of
eat?
the digital age.
There's no way that's
The
real.
final creature in our
Can't be.
video
There's no
is
way,
the
guys.
Ningen.
Number one.
It seems to exist just to haunt
The
our
Ningen.
imagination. A massive
I've
white
seen
body,
this thing.
no face, long limbs.
Yeah.
Ningen feels like
Looks
it
like
was
a
born
Slender
from
Man.
nightmares
This is
set
Alec in the bathtub.
Antarctica's icy void. The first stories came out of Japan in the 2000s.
It's always
when
in
fishermen
Japan.
claimed to see humanoid beings swimming beneath the ice. Since then, Ningen has become part of internet legends and forum lore. Descriptions say it's up to 98 feet long.
Feet?
Pure white, human-shaped, but without a
The
mouth,
heck?
eyes, or a
I'm
tongue.
pretty sure there was
crazy.
a submarine that had one of these things like swim up to it, and I hope that they show it. That's like the best proof that I've seen for this thing being real.
Nah. This is a beluga whale that was mistaken. It looks like a beluga whale with arms. You guys have seen that one image of the beluga whale that kind of looks like a human, right?
Show me.
No.
Here, check that out.
You know, that does kind of look like that, huh?
That's what I'm thinking.
Whoa, that dude is buff.
And sometimes
kinda
beluga
sick,
whales, they can look really scary. See what I'm saying?
I am seeing exactly what you're saying, yeah.
But sometimes they can also look pretty cute and friendly. So I don't know.
Angles matter. I think that
yeah.
we got catfished by a beluga whale. That's crazy.
Crews on research ships reported strange sightings, and one blurry photo supposedly showed the creature. That sparked a wave of videos, theories, and
beluga
even fake
whale.
documentaries. What's fascinating is the total lack of proof. No bodies, no DNA, no clear images. But that's exactly why it's so compelling. It's said to appear in Antarctic waters.
Oh, you guys see it?
Part of the
Yeah.
planet still largely unexplored. So, does the Ningen really exist?
What the?
I'm already
heck is
spooked.
that?
Do we have to watch this, guys?
Beneath the
footage.
surface of our oceans
I did not
lies
like that.
a world we were never meant to see.
Ew.
Is that
A
real?
realm where light dies and life takes on forms
Whoa.
that shouldn't be possible.
Are these real?
Yeah.
Hold on, are these
Every
real?
single
all
one
real.
of them is a real creature.
As we descend deeper, crossing the sunlight zone, then the twilight zone, then the midnight zone, the creatures we encounter turn progressively stranger.
Adam, where are your smart people glasses like Alec and mine?
I don't own them. I'm dumb.
What is that? Oh, that's an
We've
anglerfish.
sent rovers
I know
to
that.
Mars. We've mapped distant galaxies. But the deep sea?
Nah.
We've explored less than 5% of it. We know more about the surface of the moon than we do about what's happening 6,000 feet below our own oceans.
And a big reason for that is because of the pressure, right, guys? Because the deeper you go, all of the pressure is above you, all of the water. So the deeper you go, it becomes incredibly difficult to send something down there. Like if we were down there without any protection, we would get crushed as if you were like stepping on a can. So that you need very special materials, you need very special equipment to get down there. And the people that do go down there are in a completely different world.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate that we're on the same Earth as whatever is on my screen right now.
This is basically an alien world that is still on Earth, but it is completely foreign to us. I feel so much smarter with these glasses.
Oh my god.
That's an octopus. Maybe
Adam
a squid,
is
actually.
unfazed. There's no expression on Adam. He's like cool, calm, collected. This is freaking me out.
Maybe I can find a friend down there.
Adam's more scared of spiders.
At the surface, the ocean is bright and full of life. Sunlight fuels plankton blooms, which feed fish, which feed entire food chains stretching from coral reefs to whales.
Good, Adam.
It's Adam's only contribution so far.
But
Nothing
drop below
burger.
200 meters, and that light begins to fade. We are now entering the twilight zone, a vast belt of ocean stretching down to 1 kilometer deep.
The insane part to me that just like is making me feel so uncomfortable is that is the top. That is legit basically the surface in my mind. It just continually goes down and down and down until you get into that weird looking hole down there.
I'm assuming it's called the Twilight Zone because past that point, there's probably no more light that gets down there. So that's a lot of darkness. That's like that's 9,000 meters of darkness.
The majority of the ocean, I guess, is dark.
Doesn't it kind of look like Pinocchio is like face down in the sand?
Adam, we're trying to do watch a serious video here, and you're like making it not serious.
It does actually, yeah, a little bit. Kind of looks like a penguin.
I'm with Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Or maybe like a kiwi bird with a long snout.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to learn about these animals.
Here,
Me too.
the sun's rays are too weak for photosynthesis. The forests of plankton vanish. There are
Don't
no
gotta worry about
plants,
sunburn.
No green energy. Only the slow snowfall of particles drifting from above.
What?
Tiny
Dandruff.
fragments of plankton, waste, and the remains of the dead. Scientists call it marine snow. To us, it looks insignificant. To the creatures here, it is life itself. And where there is food, there is life. But not life as we know it. The animals of the Twilight Zone have evolved into some of the strangest forms on Earth. Many are transparent, their bodies like glass. The glass
That is a
squid
creepy
drifts
looking
with
creature.
organs barely visible, a ghost against the blue. The glass octopus is almost invisible. Its eyes
And this is all just a result of them living there for thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years in that environment that is just so difficult for life to live in. But instead of it dying, they're thriving. It's incredible.
I wouldn't say thriving, bro. Are you serious? They're literally see-through. They probably eat once every 3 weeks because they have to get lucky. They can't see. There's no light. They just have to bump into something and then just eat whatever it touches.
But my point is that life can survive at such incredible places that, like, you think about it in outer space terms, that maybe there is life out there on different planets. If it can survive here, why not anywhere?
I believe there's life out there for sure. Maybe not like super intelligent life, but life.
Yeah, like this sort of stuff, like little things kind of floating around, and maybe they're see-through, maybe they're not see-through, but these are aliens in my mind.
It is crazy that they're see-through. I wonder if that's so like nothing ever sees them. They're like invisible.
It has to be some sort of camouflage.
Do you think if they were brought up to the surface, they would like pop because they have opposite pressure?
They would expand.
Oh.
We would implode. They would expand and get like massive and then like pop that way.
And then pop.
And
okay.
also their bodies, they don't have structure to them. They don't have bones down there. So I feel like a lot of them would kind of be like mushy if you brought them to the surface.
Good point, Jack.
Oh man, there's so much more to learn.
eyes, the only solid feature. Why so many species take on transparency
how is that
here
real?
is still
What
a
is
mystery.
that? What are we
It may
looking
be
at?
camouflage, a
Oh
way
my
to vanish
God.
in the faintest light. Or perhaps a way to conserve
That looks like a
energy
bird.
in a
Whoa,
world
that's
where
that's a
their
fireworks show.
costs more than it gives back.
I'm sorry for
man.
yelling, but like, what are we?
Opposite
What?
How big do you think these actually are?
How is that real?
It's gotta be. I think it's super microscopic. Where
Some
they have
are
one of the giant
tiny.
lenses.
The shrimp are tiny, but those jellyfish are definitely big. Maybe not like 100 feet, but like big.
They have really long legs.
Oh my!
Or whatever those are called.
That's real.
Over
What
6
are we
feet?
watching?
Over
I
6
think
feet?
so, yeah.
Okay, because if it's 5'11", then it's short.
Invisibility, but light. In the gloom, some creatures create their own glow through a chemical reaction known as bioluminescence.
Bioluminescent.
To us, it's dazzling, flashing dots,
Good one, Adam.
glowing patterns, entire bodies flickering
Whoa.
like lanterns.
LEDs, baby.
But here,
Elgato loves
light
this.
is survival. Some use it to lure prey, some to find a mate, and some to disappear.
Whoa.
Did we just watch?
This trick is called counter-illumination.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay, never mind.
From below, predators can spot a dark silhouette against the faint shimmer above.
Okay, you guys are saying like this is cool and like it's crazy how life is everywhere. This is a actual horror movie. Please imagine you're down there. You see the littlest glimpse of light. It's like, oh my gosh, let's go towards the light. Maybe there's life here. Maybe I could finally find food after 3 weeks. You swim up to the little piece of light. Bang! Anglerfish bites your face off. He lured you in. He lured you in and you're dead. Everywhere you turn, it's darkness. But the only time you'll find it, it's either a little piece of food or it's death.
I was kind of thinking about that, not necessarily all of what you just said, but like those creatures down there, they don't see light too often. So like it's kind of like when you spend your entire weekend gaming in your room and like the lights are off and then mom comes in and she's like, time to go outside, and then cracks on the light and you're like, ah, it burned! No!
Like growing up, I would swim in the ocean, but like the deep ocean, to where you can't see any like anything because we had a boat.
You can swim?
Yes, I can swim.
Oh.
But I used to not care or like be scared at all. I'm not even gonna lie, like watching this, it's freaking me out. I don't know if I'm gonna have like oceanophobia or whatever it's called, because that's a thing. But I might have a dose of it now. I might have a dose. Like this is really creeping me out. I don't like that.
You're telling me you can swim?
What do you? Yes, I can swim. What do you mean?
I don't know. I was thinking density-wise, it would be tough. All right, no, back to the video.
It's a scientific anomaly.
To hide, animals like the firefly squid cover their bellies with light-producing organs. They adjust
I would
the
swim
brightness
towards
to
that.
perfectly match the glow from the surface, erasing their outline and vanishing.
I feel like I'm
into the
learning a
background.
lot today.
What?
Does the government know about this?
It
They
is
just self-blurred.
camouflage by imitation, making light to disappear into light.
What do they do for fun down there? Like disco dance parties?
Other species play stranger games. The bloody belly comb jelly shines
Excuse me? The bloody belly comb jelly?
Where's its face?
What
Where's
is
its
that?
butt? If I can't recognize the face from the butt, what is this creature?
I'm
would
sorry
spread
for
some-
yelling
I would-
again, but
Hold on, wait, let me try something.
How? That can't be real.
Give me-
What
give
is
me-
that?
Let me try
Give me a
something.
knife full
What
of
is
peanut
that?
butter and I'd slap
That
right
didn't
on
do
those
it.
cheeks.
What is it called again?
Blood belly jelly. Let me try this. Nah.
That's the craziest creature I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And yes, I've been to Adam's mom's house. And yes, I've seen her. And this is insanely crazier.
Guys, I don't even understand what I'm looking at. Did that come out of like a whale's butt?
I don't know if I should say giat or niat.
Oh my god.
in deep red. Down here, red light never
that's
penetrates,
insane.
making the jelly appear completely black.
What?
Shout out to
Inside
the
its stomach,
camera
bioluminescent
videographers and
prey is
photographers that went and got these shots.
hidden from predators that might otherwise detect its glow.
I
In
still
a
don't
world
understand what I'm looking
defined
at.
by light, or the lack of it, every adaptation revolves around who can be seen and who cannot. But the Twilight Zone holds more than tricks of light. It also hosts some of the ocean's greatest spectacles. Each night, as darkness falls above, billions of creatures rise from the depths.
Oh,
Lanternfish, squid,
dude,
jellies,
sperm
an
whales
entire
too.
army of the deep.
Get your head
Sperm
out of the
whales are
gutter.
down
The
there.
surface to feed on plankton under cover of night. At dawn, they sink back down, vanishing into the gloom.
I'm getting
This
like really
vast
scared of the
daily
ocean
movement
actually.
is called the
See? That's what I
diel
said.
vertical migration.
I don't like these
It
shots,
is the largest synchronized migration on Earth.
but it's kind of
Greater in
beautiful.
numbers than all herds,
But it's kinda scary.
all flocks, all swarms combined.
Whoa.
And yet, despite its scale, this event remained hidden until World War II. Naval sonar operators detected a mysterious false seabed, a dense layer that rose every night and sank every morning.
That was all the fish.
It wasn't the ocean floor at all. It was life.
Whoa.
An entire invisible world moving as one.
It was a wall of
The
fish.
Twilight Zone is where the familiar rules of life begin to bend, where transparency is armor, where light is used to hide, where billions of animals rise and fall in a rhythm older than humanity itself. This is the threshold of the deep, the first layer of a world we
I think he
still
just
cannot
pooped.
explain.
And Adam's like smiling. Adam's just smiled and giggled when he watched that.
Adam relates to those sort of things.
That's like my spirit animal right there.
This is this might be the craziest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Bro, they're invisible.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when he's face down, he looks like Pinocchio.
Alec, bro, we are in the Twilight Zone. We haven't even gotten to the
Oh my God,
Midnight
you're
Zone.
right.
Yeah, we're
my
barely
God.
scraping the surface here. It looks like it almost gets light again when we keep going down, or is that just for visual?
That's an illusion, Adam. That's a trick of the brain.
I can't understand how they're invisible and then they light up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an organ in their
try and show you an
body
example.
that literally lights up.
Okay, look, ready? It's off, Alec. Now it's on.
Yeah, but Adam, that is.
And then it's off again.
Now,
It's
you
a
do it, Adam.
living
You do
thing.
it.
Now it's on.
You do it with your nose.
No, Adam, he can do that with his face. Look, Adam's face is normal color, and then it's gonna turn.
Oh, Adam.
Oh my God!
I
Look,
know.
look! Holy crap! Oh my God! And now he's red.
All sunlight disappears.
We're getting
Sunlight
even
disappears
deeper now.
down there.
The Midnight Zone, a realm stretching down to 4,000 meters. Here, there is no dawn, no dusk, only endless night. Temperatures hover just above freezing. The pressure is hundreds of times greater than at the surface. To human eyes, this seems like a world where nothing could survive. And yet, it is here that evolution becomes most creative.
And you're telling me
Take
James
the
Cameron
dragonfish.
willingly goes down there?
Unlike most creatures, it can produce red
Bro, what is
bioluminescence.
that?
To most
That's a
eyes in the
demon.
deep sea, red light is invisible, which makes
What?
the dragonfish's glow a private searchlight.
That is
It
nightmare
illuminates
fuel.
prey without giving itself away.
Genius.
I don't like how it
Even
looks.
more
It has
mysterious,
metal
its
teeth.
eyes are specially adapted to detect this hidden color.
It looks like its
It's as
eyes are
though the
shut,
dragonfish
but
has
they're
invented
open.
a secret wavelength seen only by itself.
Doesn't that look like somebody with like a toy fish is just like right off the camera and they're just moving it like this?
Yeah,
It looks,
it
like
only moves his
plasticky.
tail like its black fin like this. That's it. Everything else is dead still. Wait, but did he say like this fish can see in front of it, but nothing else can see it?
Yeah, 'cause
Is
red
that what
It
he's
has
saying?
its own frequency, yeah.
It literally it has X-ray.
A lot of animals can't see red light, so it appears to be darkness. Like our bird eating Goliath spider downstairs, he can't see red light,
Right.
but this guy can, so he uses it to lighten up his surroundings.
It's getting real dark in here.
This is insane.
How did they get this footage?
These are mutants. These are mutant creatures living amongst us.
MC, Minecraft.
And we're not even at the deepest point.
Other predators here are masters of disappearance. Some fish are cloaked in ultra-black skin,
Alec,
so
get the mic
efficient
out of
at
your mouth.
absorbing light that it reflects less than 0.5% of what touches it.
Oh my God.
Even
Where
when
is
a
it? I can't even
spotlight from a
see it.
submarine beams directly on them, they almost vanish.
That is pure black, dude. That's what Samsung tries to do with their TVs.
And then there are the anglerfish.
They'll never get it right. Oh, here are the
Perhaps the
anglerfish.
strangest hunters in the deep.
They are so
these
disgusting
ones-
looking.
The female
They don't
dangles a
make
luminous
sense.
lure in front of her mouth, drawing in unsuspecting prey.
Imagine
But
being
her-
that. Imagine being that thing.
Be honest though, like if you see that, are you going for it?
You gotta go for it.
Are you taking a little nibble of the light?
I would nibble the light. Yeah. I feel like it's like the forbidden fruit.
Which is a peach?
It's
What
like
is
a
that?
McDonald's
Vegetable?
drive-through.
Is the forbidden fruit vegetable? No one ever told me.
It's an apple.
It's an apple.
Oh.
Yeah, but imagine being that thing. Like you can't see anything. All your life, you just know this.
Preach, man, preach.
Wow, what do you mean preach? What does that mean? Does that mean that's relatable?
somebody
I
feed
don't
me at
even-
some point?
I don't even want to ask. No, it's just whenever someone touches your forehead, you snap at them. Yeah.
Okay.
That thing
I like
is
that.
hideous.
That's like a lot of
literally
5-year-olds.
the ugliest creature in the world. I don't even care. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
But her greatest
Look.
mystery lies in reproduction.
Yeah, I mean that's
What?
pretty bad.
Males are born tiny, weak, and helpless. Their only task is to find a female, a nearly impossible
so
feat in the
tiny.
vast
They're
dark
simps.
ocean.
But
That's
When
like
he
spiders
does,
a lot
he
of the time.
latches onto her with special jaws, fusing his body into hers.
That's
His organs
crazy.
wither
He's
away
a
until he
sacrifice.
is little more than a sack of sperm, permanently attached, nourished by her blood.
This is crazy.
What?
It is one of the most extreme forms of sexual adaptation
Wait.
known in the animal kingdom.
Holy moly.
So he just latches onto her and dies.
What?
And then
Not
they
every
reproduce.
animal here is a
That's how they do the birds and
hunter.
the
Some
bees
are
down there.
opportunists, Scavengers
What is
waiting
that?
for the fall of food from above.
That was me
A
watching that.
single
That was my
whale
live
carcass
reaction.
Sinking to this depth becomes an oasis, feeding entire communities for decades.
Whoa.
Decades.
That's like on the street if you find like McDonald's and then there's a bunch of cockroaches all over it. It's very similar.
Whoa,
I can't
wait,
believe
wait, this is an
real.
important
I can't
question.
believe this is real.
So when us humans, when we eat like fish bones or whatever, like do we put the bones back into the ocean for these types of animals? Or we like is our eating habits affecting even the deepest sea animals because of what we're doing?
I don't know if it's our eating habits, but definitely all of the litter goes down to the bottom, and I'm sure a lot of these literal bottom feeders are eating it, and they're getting infected with all these different plastics and trash and other
I meant
stuff.
like we're taking them out of the ocean to eat them. So when we are finished with them, we don't throw them back in the ocean. It's in a trash land somewhere.
Yeah, it goes into a trash pile. Yeah.
Yeah, so it never finds its way to the bottom of the ocean. So these animals can't even eat.
I guess. Yeah, that's something I never quite thought of. Yeah, that's a point. Good job, Adam.
And yet, even with submersibles,
Greta Von
what we
Who?
know of this zone is fragmentary. For every species documented, scientists believe dozens remain unknown.
Whoa. Oh, that's a sunfish. I know about them.
Each dive into the Midnight Zone uncovers creatures never before seen by science.
What?
That's
Can
a
I get one of
spinning
these?
whacker.
I want an
Eyes,
aquarium
needle-like
with these.
teeth, or
That's a drizzle
bodies
at-
so fragile they disintegrate when brought to the surface.
They disintegrate, guys.
This is the Midnight Zone, a world where light is weapon, where invisibility is survival.
Do you think that they grabbed one of these creatures and brought it to the surface, and that's how they know that it disintegrates?
Yeah.
I can't, dude.
Yeah.
This is like
That's kind of crazy.
this is boggling my
test it,
mind
though.
that these are real. How are these real? Are you guys not like
Alec, you
how are
gotta
guys
go
not
outside
freaking
more,
out?
man.
What are you talking about? Go outside. This is at the bottom of the ocean.
Trust me, the first time I saw it, I was reacting like that. I watch a lot of nature documentaries, and James Cameron made a really good one about like this sort of stuff, and it's crazy. To your point, it is absolutely bonkers, and these are real life aliens, in my opinion.
This is insane. This is I can't believe.
I went to an aquarium yesterday, and I just found out the moray eel is like 6 feet long. It's thick. That thing is huge.
Anyway, let's go back to the deep, dark ocean.
Reproduction follows rules beyond our imagination.
So I want to be a female anglerfish, if
4
anything.
kilometers
I
wanna
wanna be a
we
male.
leave the open
Slash on
waters
once
and
you're
touch
done.
the bottom of the abyss. This is the abyssal plain, one of the largest habitats on Earth, covering more than half of the planet's surface.
Is that sand?
And yet,
What is that?
it is also one of the least understood. Here, there are no landmarks, no coral reefs, no kelp forests, no towering mountains. Only a vast desert of mud stretching for thousands of kilometers in every direction. Temperatures never rise above 4 degrees Celsius.
What is that?
Food is scarce.
What is that?
Survival here demands strategies.
Yo,
unlike
I saw
anywhere
that thing
else
before.
on
It walks on the bottom with the like those are legs. Those are giant legs. And it literally just it trolls the bottom of the ocean. It makes no sense. No fish should be able to do that.
You could convince me that big fat spaghetti man lives in the bottom of the ocean, and I would believe you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bigfoot.
I honestly, at this point, if it showed me Bigfoot down there, I'd believe it. It's showing me a luminescent fish that has legs that lives at the bottom of the. Oh!
Yeah, bro, and the crazy part is like AI is gonna get so good that you're gonna be able to fake a lot of this stuff, and then I'm not gonna know what's real anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is real. I saw a Geographic National video on it.
One adaptation is size. Many animals of the abyss are giants compared to their shallow water relatives.
Big squid.
Giant isopods, the size of puppies,
That's a dinosaur.
scuttle across the sediment.
That is a dinosaur.
Amphipods, normally
Isopod.
tiny, can grow longer than a human hand. Even the colossal squid, among the largest invertebrates alive, is thought to prowl these depths.
That's what I
Scientists
want
call
to
this
be if I
phenomenon
was down there.
deep-sea gigantism.
I want to be
Why it
that.
occurs remains an open mystery. Some suggest it conserves energy. Others think it provides better defense against scarce predators.
What is that?
The truth is,
that a
we
shrimp?
still don't know.
Whoa.
Another oasis of life arrives when giants from above fall. A dead whale sinking to the abyssal plain becomes a rare jackpot. Within hours, scavengers gather. Sharks, hagfish, amphipods. Soon after, stranger creatures move in. Bone-eating worms called Osidax colonize the skeleton, feeding on oils locked inside the bones.
I don't know if he's gonna mention it, but a lot of the creatures that live down there, they live for like hundreds of years. Especially a lot of the jellies. They don't age down there for some reason. And there's a certain type of shark.
Oh.
I think it's the green something shark that like it's been documented to live for like 400, 500, 600 years.
Do you guys remember the one study when we went in the underwater hotel where they like the guy survived for weeks down there and then he said his biological age dropped because it had to do something with the pressure of the water?
I think it was the oxygen for that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I think that's what it was.
Oh. Are you sure it had nothing to do with the pressure of the water?
Maybe, but I remember Ricky was talking about the oxygen.
Oh.
For that part, but you never know.
Pressure, Adam. It
could be the pressure.
That's a good thought, Adam. It
That's
could be the pressure.
It's got to be the pressure. It has to do something with the pressure of the water.
Right.
For the age.
No, that's a good point, Adam.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
could be. Yeah, let's go back to the video where the smart people talk.
Entire ecosystems spring up on a single carcass, lasting decades, until all that remains is dust. Other animals here survive on less dramatic meals. The vampire squid, despite its terrifying name, is not a predator at all. It collects drifting particles of marine snow using long, sticky filaments.
Ew.
Even in the oxygen-starved depths, it thrives, using a blood pigment with the highest oxygen affinity of any known cephalopod.
What?
In this desert of silt and silence, life is slow. Creatures grow slowly, reproduce rarely, and live for centuries.
That kind of sounds like some people living today.
Which can dwell
This is the shark. This is what I was talking about.
Over 400 years,
you're
the
so smart,
longest
Jay.
lifespan of any vertebrate known. Time itself seems to move differently here. And yet, even the abyss is not empty. Each grain of sediment hides countless microbes, recycling nutrients, sustaining a hidden food web
I think those are
that
starfish.
we are only beginning to map.
No, those are
The
skinny
abyssal
fish.
plains remind us of Earth's scale. They cover more territory than all forests, grasslands, and deserts combined, yet remain largely unseen, unexplored, and unexplained.
And we could still get deeper, right?
Beyond the abyssal plain lies
sir.
an even deeper frontier.
Yes, sir.
The trenches. Carved by tectonic forces,
I was in the trenches.
these are the scars of the Earth, places where one plate of the planet's crust slides beneath another, pulling the ocean floor down into unfathomable depths.
Yeah.
Here begins the Hadal Zone, named after Hades, the underworld.
Oh.
It stretches from 6,000 meters all the way down to the deepest known point on Earth, nearly 11,000 meters below the surface. To put that in perspective, if Mount Everest were dropped into the Mariana Trench, its peak would still be more than a mile underwater.
Oh my
Conditions
God.
here are almost beyond comprehension. Temperatures remain near freezing. Pressures can exceed 1,000 times what we experience at the surface. To a human body, it would be instantly fatal. And yet, life not only survives here, it thrives.
Whoa.
Among the most astonishing creatures are the snailfish that inhabit the very bottom
like an
of
axolotl.
trenches.
That guy
Fragile,
looks angry.
Gelatinous, with thin, translucent skin, they look too delicate to exist in such a hostile world. Yet they are the deepest living vertebrates ever discovered.
Wow. The crazy part to me, I mean, there's a lot of crazy parts going on here, but like, we have needed such like crazy scientific advancements in order to even get down here to see this stuff. And this fish is just chilling, dude. It's got nothing. It doesn't have a suit. It doesn't have a fun little submarine. It is just out there. It is just raw out there in the wild. That's crazy.
I like where you're going. Keep
That's
going.
crazy,
Keep
bro.
describing this fish.
It's just out there. It's wiggling. It's doing its wiggle.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, I would like to shout out the super brave men and women who explore the deep oceans, because at any instant, like, one little thing goes wrong, boom, they blow up, they're all dead. And it's happened many times before where these missions go poorly and people die. So the people who still continue to do it, yeah, hats off to you, salute to you for going and getting this incredible information and footage for us. Wow, Jack, your hair looks good.
Take your hat off.
Oh, I can't do that.
You don't respect. I thought you said you respect these guys.
I just did a whole speech.
All right, well, back to the video. Thank you guys. Seriously.
Where no other fish can. Their bodies lack rigid bones, and their cell structures are reinforced with unique molecules that keep proteins functioning under crushing pressure.
What is that?
Other inhabitants are smaller, but no less extraordinary. Amphipods, shrimp-like crustaceans, swarm across the trench floor in huge numbers. Recent studies found plastic fibers inside their bodies.
Oh, Adam, you were
proof
talking
that
about this.
Even these most remote habitats are touched by human waste. It is a sobering reminder.
That was a Pokemon. That was a Pokemon. It's gotta be a Pokemon, right?
Gobble,
What
Gobblemon.
is that?
That was the
Gobblemon.
Globagool.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It was all mouth, and like a little tadpole tail sticking out of the back.
No, that was AI. I won't believe that's a real thing. I'm not. That's where I draw the line.
Deep
I want to
Whatever that
find it.
was.
isolated
I want
as
to find
we
it.
Are touched by human waste.
Bro, nah, that's not real. There's no way that thing is real. What is that?
You're saying it's green screen?
That looks like that thing when you,
I don't
when
believe
your
it.
car crashes.
It's a head. It's a head with a spine.
The bag?
Oh, airbag, yeah.
What are you saying? What are you talking about? It looks like an airbag. It looks like the thing when the car crashes, and somehow Jack got that instantly.
It's a gulper eel.
That might be my new favorite animal. That is insane. I can't believe that thing is an actual thing.
Bro, some of the pictures of this are wild.
Oh my god. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Dude.
It's literally a head with a spine.
So scary looking.
Holy cow.
It lives 10,000 feet under the ocean.
Oh my god, that last one you sent. Oh my god.
Wow. Imagine you're swimming around and that thing just...
What is it? A gulper eel?
A gulper eel.
Oh my god.
And it looks like occasionally they will come up towards the surface.
Oh my god, please, no, never do that.
Wow, it looks like a balloon at some points.
Oh my god.
Oh man, and we're not even at the deepest part.
Bodies, proof that even these most remote habitats are touched
Adam, this
by
is what you were
human
saying.
waste. It is a sobering reminder that the deep is not as isolated as we once believed.
Is he going deep?
Here we go.
Oh,
At
volcanoes.
hydrothermal vents along trench walls, life takes an even stranger turn.
Life surrounds
Here,
these
microbes feed not on
volcanoes.
sunlight or marine snow,
What?
but on chemicals spewing from the Earth's crust.
This is the only
Hydrogen
form of
sulfide,
food that's down there.
Like that earth juice.
Even metals dissolved in superheated water. Entire
And it's
communities
warm
of
around there,
worms,
too.
clams, and crabs depend on these microscopic pioneers.
Whoa.
It is a food web based on chemistry, not photosynthesis, showing us that life can exist in conditions utterly alien to the surface.
There
These
has to be aliens
discoveries
out there.
fuel
That
a
is
larger
nasty.
question. If life can adapt to such extremes
that a hairy
here
crab?
on Earth,
I think so.
could it not also exist on other worlds?
Yes, that's exactly
Icy
what we're
moons
talking
like
about.
Europa and Enceladus hide oceans beneath their frozen crusts.
There's got to be something
warmed
down there.
Not by sunlight, but by internal heat. To study the Hadal Zone is to glimpse the possibilities of extraterrestrial oceans. And yet, despite its importance, we know almost nothing about the trenches. Fewer people have visited the Mariana Trench than have stood on the surface of the moon.
Wow.
Each
Wow.
dive brings back
That's
creatures
crazy.
unknown to science, from translucent sea cucumbers drifting like parachutes, to gelatinous blobs with no clear anatomy, to microbes whose metabolisms remain a mystery. For centuries, humans imagined the trenches as
What's that
lifeless
thing?
voids, silent graves
What's
beneath
that?
the sea. What we found instead is resilience. Life that bends, reshapes, and reinvents itself to endure the most extreme pressures imaginable. For all we have seen, the deep sea remains a world of questions. More than 80% of the ocean is still unexplored, Each dive into the depths, each ROV expedition, brings back creatures never before imagined. Transparent fish, glowing worms, jellies that break every rule of biology. It is a world where discovery is not rare, but
Bro, what I'm learning is that when you get that deep, there is only like one type of creature, and it's either, I mean, I guess there's two. There's either like a weird looking jellyfish thing, or there's like a noodle that has teeth. That is a noodle with teeth.
Yeah.
They're all really
you're
long,
right. Well,
and
there's
they have a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, there's also crabs and shrimp, but other than that, yeah, that's really all that there seems to be down there. As far
I
as
don't
we
count them.
know,
They're bugs.
Dude, they said that for every species that we found, they expect there to be another 12 species unfound.
Yeah. I mean, when there's only a couple people that have been down there, right? You got to think that it's probably very rare that they are down there making new discoveries, because it's more dangerous to be down there than to go to the moon.
It would be like dropping in South Africa and all you discover is, oh, there's a lion, there's a cheetah. Like, there's completely different continents with way different species of animals and everything. They're dropping down to just one spot. There's an entire ocean of brand new species.
Go ahead.
Yeah. More of that, Adam.
Ants, lots of ants, different colors, different kinds, different tastes.
Let's stop while you're ahead.
Oh, okay.
constant. Even among the animals we know, so much remains unsolved. Why do so many deep-sea creatures
They look like
grow
they've
to
seen some
enormous
stuff.
sizes? The giant isopods,
burrito.
the colossal squid, the amphipods the length of a human hand. Why do others turn nearly invisible?
Glass in a bottle.
Or cloak themselves in ultra-black skin that
Don't like
absorbs
that.
almost all light?
Don't like that.
The greatest mystery of all? Such complex chemical systems. Or why some can glow in colors that no other animal can see. What is that? There are deeper puzzles still. For now, these are mysteries without explanation.
On April 28, 2000, a 22-year-old Russian diving instructor named Yuri Lipsky arrived at the Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt. He took a camera along to document his achievement. He planned to break his personal depth record as he decided to attempt a bounce dive. A bounce dive is when a diver drops to a maximum depth and returns immediately to the surface. This approach...
Wait, that sounds incredibly dumb, boys. I hate to pause it so early, but like the thing that we've learned about diving is that you have to go down really slow, right? You have to go down like a little bit at a time. You got to get used to the pressure, and then you go down a little bit more. And then the same thing when you're going up. You got to like get used to the pressure, and if you go too fast, your brain's going to get all messed up.
I don't know if he necessarily meant like he's gonna go down quick and come up quick. I mean, the way I took it was like he's gonna go down there and then just come back up. Like he's not gonna spend time down there and like frolic around. I think that's what he was saying.
Okay.
I don't
He's
think he
going
meant
for
like
like a Minecraft speedrun sort of thing.
yeah, like it's pretty much he's gonna swim down there, boop, touch it, and then, you know, slowly come back up. But he's not like, I don't think at least that he's like going as quick as he can.
So what you're saying, he's gonna like go down there, boop, touch it, and then go back up.
That's exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
cuts down time at depth and limits decompression needs, but it tempts less qualified divers to go deeper than they should. The Blue Hole sits on Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. This underwater sinkhole plunges more than 328 feet down. So many divers have
Holy
died
cow.
there that the people in the area call it the Divers' Cemetery.
Oh.
At 180 feet down, there is an underwater tunnel called the Arch that connects the hole to the open ocean. Most fatalities occur when divers attempt to swim through this tunnel. But Yuri's death happened somewhere else entirely. Tarek Omar, another diver who was more experienced with technical diving, had tried to talk Yuri out of the dive. But Yuri refused to listen.
That should have been like the only thing that he needed to hear. When a more experienced person tells you, hey man, that's maybe not a great idea, I think that's when you should probably, I don't know, not do it. You say, I'm good, bro. I've got a life to live.
Sometimes Adam does advise me not to order my 5th pizza of the week, but I do that anyway. So I do see where this guy is coming from.
This is way different, Alec. You stay inside in your basement and you eat the pizza.
That's true. And I have way more experience with Alec with diabetes, so you should have listened to me.
He was confident in his abilities because he was an instructor. He thought he knew what he was doing. At 5 p.m., Yuri prepared his camera at the surface,
5
adding a
p.m.?
red filter and making sure everything was set up.
Red filter?
The date and timestamp
Kinda stuff
showed on the
filming.
recording. The sun was still shining through the water. After a
we
while,
gonna get footage
Yuri
of this?
began his descent with a single air tank. He had overworn himself with heavy gear. In the first 2
Oh,
minutes,
no.
everything looked normal. Nothing special was happening. After
2 minutes,
4.5
that's not
minutes
that-
into the video,
Oh.
his light began fading.
Yo, there
By
is
the
a video.
5-minute mark, darkness had surrounded him completely. At 5 minutes and 37 seconds, Yuri held his dive computer at the camera. The display read a depth of 266 feet. A rocky, sandy bottom appeared below him on screen, but Yuri was still sinking. It looked more like a slope than a flat surface. Moments later, he checked his computer again. The screen showed he was around 301 feet of depth down.
Just to give everyone like some sort of reference here, I was just talking to an experienced diver. They said that you need to get your first license to go 18 meters down. Then you need to get a secondary license to be qualified to go 30 meters down. This is times 3. This is 90 meters. I don't know what level of certification you even need to be able to go down there, but you gotta be, at this point, you gotta be like Goku level expertise.
No, Adam. You need 1 certificate, and it just reads dummy.
Oh, also, if you want to know like how deep that is, it's about 50 atoms just stacked on top of each other. That'll give you a good idea of like how deep that is.
Width?
No.
Oh.
Height.
How many noses?
I'm gonna press play.
Yuri tried to inflate his buoyancy compensator. The audio captured the effort clearly, but it did not work. His movements became frantic as he struggled with the camera. Finally, he released it onto the bottom, hoping to free both hands and restore buoyancy. The camera remained motionless on the sand. His breathing grew louder, and the diver computer's alarm continued beeping, but there was no escape. At 301 feet, Yuri consumed air 11 times faster than he would have at the surface.
Oh, no.
His single cylinder was nearly empty. The excessive weight made it impossible to ascend. Even if he had wanted to ditch his weights, nitrogen narcosis at this depth would have clouded his judgment completely. His ability to make rational decisions was gone. The footage jumps ahead for about a minute. The camera was still on the bottom. Yuri's breath can still be heard, and the beeping continues. But Yuri Lipsky had already died face down.
Oh man, that's so sad. Because he was like literally in the same area. Like he was trying to get away, but he was just going in circles and he couldn't.
I'm surprised there wasn't like a rope going down there. A lot of times in these like deep dives, they'll have a rope that you can kind of just grab onto and like start pulling up instead of having to swim.
Yeah, I know it's super dangerous, but like, you know, you would think that if so many people have died there, they would add, yeah, like a rope or like, I don't know, like lights or like signs saying, do not enter this. It's the blue Satan's butthole. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you were saying.
You lost me.
Oh man, this is so sad. And this is only the first tragedy that we are witnessing. Do you guys still want to go diving?
Yeah.
What? The answer is no, guys. The only way to avoid this is to not go diving, all right? Don't go diving. It's easy.
At the bottom of
the
sea.
fishies.
A week later, Tarek Omar descended to recover his body along with the camera. Surprisingly, the camera was intact. The recording preserved 7 minutes of Yuri's life, showing his worst nightmare as he sank to his death. Plura Cave disaster.
That's crazy, it's on film.
On February 6th, 2014, 5 Finnish cave divers traveled to a small secluded valley in northern Norway. They were experienced friends looking forward to a long weekend expedition into the Plura Cave system. The caves in Nordland are spectacular underground natural phenomena created by the massive formation of limestone in the mountains.
Looks
the Plura
lovely.
Cave is 2.2 miles long, but only half of it has been explored. Cave divers from all over Europe travel to this remote location for the underwater adventure. The group of friends includes Patrick Grunkvist, Jari Huotarinen, Kai Kenkanen, Jari Usimeki, and Vesa Rantanen.
Okay, who do you guys think is gonna make it?
Green team.
Do you think like this is a tragedy where they're all gonna die, or do you think like maybe some of them get out, maybe some back out before even going in?
I hate to say it, but I think that it's going to be one of the situations where one of them goes into like an area like the Devil's Corkscrew or something, and then they get stuck, and then they essentially like jam everybody else up, so then everybody gets stuck.
Yo, okay, I have a feeling Jari's gonna make it out.
Kai's
Which
making
one?
it out alive. What do you mean, which one?
Jari?
It says them right there. Oh, there's 2 of them.
Obviously
Good
the
pick,
guy with the
Adam.
mustache.
They plan to start at a deep pool, travel underground through water-filled tunnels, and emerge in a dry cave called Steinugelflaget, which is about
Oh,
1
that's not a real
miles
name.
higher up. The lowest point of the
Seems like
dive
a
section
slur.
measured about 433 feet.
Why are we going this deep?
Knowing me, like I would probably go down, I would like dive on this right side, and then I would get down kind of like past this little section here, and then I would get stuck in the area that kind of looks like a pee-pee.
Yeah.
That's still so, I don't think you'd make it that deep, Jack, that you don't realize how deep that is.
200 feet, bro? I got that.
What? No.
After I get all my certificates, of course.
Yeah, I bet like the 5th guy who agreed to this would like really didn't want to, but was like, I can't, you know, wuss out. You know, all the boys are going. I can't be the one guy to not go.
My wife will leave me. She'll think I'm a coward. I would wussy out. If you guys asked me to do this, I'd be like, no way. Absolutely no way.
But 10,000 likes.
Maybe 20,000.
Level. The divers plan to go in 2 teams. Patrick and Jari Huotarinen would dive first. and after 2 hours, the second team would follow the same route. The operation began at a pool near the Jordbrew farm in Plurdelin. The ice was thick, almost half a meter. The divers had to use a
going when it's
chainsaw to
cold
cut an
too?
opening, but the challenges were extreme. The water temperature was below freezing at -3 degrees Celsius. Each diver.
Wait, do most people do that, or like are they just choosing to be on nightmare difficulty right now?
I don't know. I thought the hard part was gonna be the dive. The hard part's gonna be the freezing cold.
Bro, that's
Well,
insane.
they do have like really insulated gear. It's probably still going to be pretty cold, but I'm sure that they have like the best equipment possible for keeping you warm. There's no way that they would do that and be freezing.
I wonder if the temperatures like affect the oxygen in the tank, or if anything like that. Or maybe when they try and resurface, that hole that they cut out is gonna freeze back up. If they die that way, that's really sad.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, I do, yeah, now that I think about it, Adam and I did go, like, snorkeling in Iceland, and the water was basically freezing, but our wetsuits were specialized, so, like, it kind of makes an insulated layer of, like, water around you, so your body heat does a good job of making it so you don't get cold. So I don't think that'll be the problem, but yeah, if they come back up and that
Especially if you pee in it.
Float.
I'm serious. You pee in your wetsuit. I'm serious.
I would not pee in the wetsuit because the wetsuit's not gonna let the pee go anywhere. So now you're just swimming around in your own pee.
Yeah, but it's warm. I used to do that all the time.
But your body heat does it either way. I did it and I didn't pee once and I was still warm.
It's like a
You gotta try
jacuzzi,
it.
Jack.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Don't seriously, Jack.
I'm gonna knock it. Knock it off is what I'm gonna say.
Carried equipment topside, weighing approximately 132 pounds. They used closed-circuit rebreathers carried on their backs, plus additional spare cylinders. Patrick and Jari Huotarinen entered the water and began their descent.
They must be the experts
they
if
had
they're
been to
going
this cave
first.
before. In fact, Patrick and Kai had been the
Oh,
first
okay.
divers to find the passage through
did
to
it.
Steinugelflaget back in autumn 2000.
Are these real places or is this like a Dr. Seuss book? What is Steinugelflaget? What is this? What are they in Dusseldorf with a Schmachelboo?
I'm gonna name my firstborn child that.
Shut up, you Spickle-Spocken. Adam, you look like a...
Roughly
Never
1
mind.
hour
Can't
into the
say that.
dive, they reached the maximum depth of about 433 feet below the surface. On their way back up, they had to set aside 2 hours for decompression, stopping at regular intervals. Skipping decompression can cause decompression sickness, which is fatal. During
Didn't they know
ascent,
that?
Patrick realized that something was wrong. Jari had gotten stuck in a narrow passage. He was trapped in the most constricted
That's your
part of
guy,
the route
Adam.
between the deep section and Steinugelflaget. It is one of the worst things that can happen to a cave diver. At great depths, stress increases rapidly. The body
gonna
produces
be
more
breathing so
carbon
much
dioxide
heavier
under
now.
stress. Carbon dioxide is the most insidious danger a
Oh,
diver
gosh.
faces.
I can't even, like, imagine that. You know, like, when you imagine your worst fear ever? Like, I never would have imagined it's this, but I think that's my new worst fear ever, is getting caught in a cave underwater with a limited supply of oxygen.
Yeah, like the thing is, we've watched like regular cave deaths before, and obviously they get stuck there, but I feel like there's way more hope because there's actual air that you can just breathe. And
Yeah,
you know,
sometimes
like,
that's worse though.
I mean, yeah, it might like elongate the entire process, but I think a lot more people are successfully rescued in regular caves than in water caves. So like I'm saying, my point is in a water cave, if you get stuck, your risk to die is like 10 times higher than in a regular cave.
Yeah, I mean, it's way more difficult for people to even get to, you know, because there's the added danger of they might drown.
And you only have what, like an hour, maybe 2 hours of oxygen?
At best, yeah, unless somebody's bringing you more oxygen. I also don't want to be that guy, but based off this picture, it looks like you should be able to squeeze through.
Well, yeah, it's because he's a stick, Jack. It's a stick figure.
It is
That's-
more
that's
dangerous than running
not
out of
cool.
air. It kills. At that moment, Patrick checked his dive computer. It had shown roughly 120 minutes of required decompression time. Suddenly, it jumped to 400 minutes. His
What?
breathing was rapid. His heart rate was high. Regardless of decompression requirements, Patrick could not stay in the water any longer. He had already been submerged for 7 hours.
He has to leave
His
him.
body was
7
shutting down.
hours?
On his way up, Patrick started thinking about the second team. They were 2 hours behind him.
No,
he
they're
had
gonna get
already
stuck.
swum past Jari Huotarinen's dead body, blocking the passage.
He's blocking
But
it.
he had no way to warn the others.
Oh my
Patrick
gosh, I
made it to
called
the
it.
surface around 9 p.m. Exhausted, disoriented, and freezing, he pulled himself out of the icy water and reached the dry
dude.
cave alone.
That's literally probably the worst like experience that you could go through. Like honestly, like you're just knowing that your friends are all about to die and there's nothing that you can do, and you can only just imagine what's going on down there.
Is there not anything that somebody has created that's similar to like an underwater walkie-talkie? Or even like I don't know, some way to like do like Morse code or just like any way to communicate underwater? Because I know that when we kind of went like scuba diving a little bit, like we had hand signals, but if you can't see the person, then the hand signals don't mean anything. And in this situation, they're 2 hours behind. So like there's got to be something on the market where like you can talk to other people underwater. Because this feels very avoidable if that is the case.
Well, you would need like an actual like giant like helmet essentially, because you can't talk with that thing in your mouth anyway. You're just like so you can't really the only way I think would be to have that helmet on, because I know like motorcycle helmets, they have little mics in them and then you can talk to the person behind you that way. But I don't know if those helmets like that exist to where you can go that deep without them breaking.
Yeah. Well, what about like the giant, you know, like, did you just take a bite of ice cream? What is that?
I was trying not to laugh. He's trying to sneak that one in real quick.
It's yogurt, man. You can't go 10 minutes without yogurt. People are dying.
He waited in the darkness, hoping to see light beams or bubbles from his friends below. Hours passed, but no one came. Eventually, he walked down the snowy valley by himself, realizing something had gone terribly wrong. The last diver to surface was Kai. Before then, Jari Yu had seen his dead friend, Jari Huatarinen, stuck in the narrow passage.
That's my guy.
Jari Yu panicked at the sight and exhibited signs of distress diver. He tried switching between his equipment to find stability. Kai made an attempt to calm his friend down. He tried to help, but could not save him. And in a few moments, Jari Yu died. Then Kai found Vesa struggling with the dead Jari Huatarinen's body that was blocking the passage. He was already breathing heavily. At that point, Kai was faced with an unfortunate decision. He's to either save his friend or save himself. But seeing that Vesa was unlikely to survive and he was already running out of bailout gas, Kai forced himself to turn around. On his way out, he thought all his friends were dead in the dark depths.
Yeah, that's got to be like top 3 most tough decisions he's ever made in his entire life.
You're in a time crunch. Like, gotta make that decision.
Yeah, and you can't talk to anybody. Like, I'm sure he was trying to be like, yo, dude, we gotta leave
he was trying to pull him,
we gotta go.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get him out. And he had to leave him behind.
So sad.
You guys wouldn't leave me though, right?
I'd give you one. I'd give you a tug. Wait, I'd pull your leg.
Yeah, you'd be like, yo, dude, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is an impossible situation. This is why I will never go cave diving.
Behind him. Around 1:30 a.m., he finally surfaced through the opening in the ice. He had survived a nightmare dive that lasted 12 hours. Fortunately for Vesa, he made it through. But Jari Huatarinen and Jari Usameki were dead.
Oh, the other guy made it through.
Eagle's Nest incident. Cool. On Saturday,
that's it? They just moving on to the next one? Oh my gosh, dude. I'm gonna have nightmares about that one, and we're just moving on.
So it was 3 of them survived, you know, so that's actually pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, my guy did not. That's so sad.
Both Jaris died.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Shout out Jari. Sorry that happened. That's pretty terrible, actually.
It's awful. Next up, the Eagle's Nest incident.
Saturday, October 15th, 2016, 3 experienced cave divers arrived at Eagle's Nest in west central Florida. The site is a remote sinkhole in Chassahowitzka Wildlife Management Area, surrounded by pine trees. From the shore, it looks like an ordinary pond. Beneath the surface, it is shaped like a sink with a long, rocky drain. The passages descend into underwater caves, reaching 300 feet in depth. Chris Rittenmeyer and Patrick Peacock were highly trained technical divers. Both men were certified in full cave diving, Trimix breathing gas, closed-circuit rebreathers, and motorized underwater.
What's this closed-circuit rebreather? I don't think I've heard of it in any of the videos that we've watched.
You're talking to the wrong guys.
I have no idea.
Let me check it out, because I mean, it sounds pretty dope.
What it sounds like to me, which there's no way it's this, but maybe like on one tube it brings you oxygen and then you breathe out, and then maybe that's where the carbon dioxide goes, and then maybe somehow, like, I don't know, like filters back into oxygen and it's like a looping system.
A closed-circuit rebreather is an advanced diving device that recycles exhaled breath by scrubbing out carbon dioxide and replenishing oxygen. Key components include oxygen sensors, a chemical scrubber, and dual gas supply tanks. Popular modern units cost around $9,299.
You were way off, Alec.
Dude, I literally nailed that. What are you talking about?
I wonder how much longer that makes it so you can last.
And more importantly, they have a scooter, underwater scooter.
Apparently, they're a lot more dangerous, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a...
That's what it's saying.
Water scooters. They had years of ocean and cave diving experience. Their friend Justin Blakely remained in the shallow section to explore the area while Chris and Patrick went deeper. The day before, on October 14th, Chris and Patrick had prepared the cave. They staged decompression gases and bailout bottles along in case of equipment failure.
That's
For divers
smart.
using closed-circuit rebreathers, The normal procedure is to stay on the rebreather for the entire dive, including decompression.
What?
The staged open circuit gases are backups in case the rebreather fails.
Oh,
Each diver was equipped with a closed circuit rebreather, 2 side-mounted 95 cubic foot cylinders,
Yeah, they got
one
all the
80
newest
cubic
tech.
foot safety bottle, and a scooter. They also towed a third
Scooter.
scooter as backup. Around 2 p.m., Chris and Patrick entered the water and began their descent. The plan was for them to check in with Justin at 3 p.m. during their decompression stops. That way, he would know they were okay, but they never showed up at the checkpoint. Justin returned to the meeting point every 30 minutes, but there was no sign of his friends.
No.
By 6 p.m., he had notified the police. Search teams entered the cave that night. The first team checked the upstream passage based on what the support diver thought was their plan. They searched thoroughly, but found nothing. They returned and searched downstream, including...
Yo, shout out those people, though. They are heroes. They're going down into that cave, and they're literally looking for people that, like, may or may not be alive. And time is of the essence, so I'm sure that they're moving pretty quickly, too.
And they gotta be, they're risking their own lives too, because if they freak out, then their oxygen is gonna run out. Then they need a diver to save them.
Yeah, and they probably don't even know what the cave is. Like, they've probably never been in there before. And the other guys have a lot of experience in that exact cave. So they're going there, like, not having really any idea what's going on. And honestly, it's more likely than not that even if they do find them, they're gonna be dead because it's been hours and hours and hours and where they can't breathe. Like, they're probably, oh, dude. Yeah, those guys are heroes. That's insane.
An area called the Lockwood Tunnel. Still nothing. The first team surfaced around 3:30 a.m. The second search team entered at 3:45 a.m. to continue the downstream search.
Oh,
they
my
immediately
gosh.
found both bodies on the exit side of an area called the Pit.
Oh,
the
they
scene
took
was
the wrong
documented
turn.
for 45 minutes. It was treated as a potential crime scene until law
Wait.
enforcement said otherwise. On Monday, October 17th, a gear recovery squad searched for equipment left in the cave. They found 2 scooters, Patrick's rebreather, and a 95 cubic foot emergency cylinder at the end of the guideline outside a
happened?
restriction leading into an area called Revelation Space. The rebreather's loop was closed, and the unit appeared fully operational. All gear was removed and turned over to law enforcement. What actually occurred remains unknown. They did everything right. They had proper training. They had quality equipment. They set up the cave the day before.
Wait, you guys don't think that it actually was a crime? Because, I mean, that is, like, the perfect crime, you know? I'm not saying that they did it, but, like, if you're gonna maybe, I don't know, do something to your friend, doing it in a cave underwater is not a bad way to go about it.
I don't even understand, like, so they're accusing one of the divers of, like, killing the other diver, and then that guy maybe fought back, and then they both ended up dying?
Potentially, yeah. Like, maybe he took off his unit or something, because they said that the units were functional, which means that, like, something must have happened. Something nefarious.
It is pretty crazy that, like, if you are diving with your friend, he low-key can kill you pretty easy. Like,
What happens in a cave
you just
stays in
gotta-
a cave.
Got your
You're just gonna
tank.
grab your mask and rip it off, and, like, there's literally nothing you can do. You're
I
dead.
know. Yeah, that's really scary. It's another reason. Don't go cave diving with friends. Got it.
Reason number 984.
I have so many reasons now.
They had all the correct emergency and safety gases. They had surface support. But as Joe Satelli described the incident, sometimes bad things happen to good people for no apparent reason. Chris Rittenmeyer and
sus.
Patrick Peacock died at 260 feet. Since 1981, at least 10 people had lost their lives at the Eagle's Nest.
Good.
The Bali diving tragedy. On February 14th, 2014, 7 Japanese women set out for a diving trip near Nusa Lembongan, a small island just east of Bali, Indonesia.
I feel like most of the time it's guys that are doing this. Is
Yeah,
this
but
the
I don't
first
think we've
time?
ever heard of women
Yeah.
doing it. Even like regular caving, it's almost always men.
Right. They're like they leave their wives, they leave their children. They're like, yo, I'm going 3 days down into Satan's butthole, you know? But I've never heard of the women doing it.
What I find strange about these is that there doesn't really seem to be like an end goal for the dive. It's like you just go through treachery for hours and then you're like, all right, I'm done.
I swear I've said this before, and you're like, no, it's about the journey. It's about the journey.
You know what? That's a really good point that you bring up there. That's actually a really fair point.
That's what I'm saying, bro. What is the point?
2 of them were diving instructors. The other 5 were tourists on holiday.
Oh,
All 7
no.
were experienced
Jeez.
divers with at least 50 successful log dives
Oh,
each.
okay.
Oh,
They
wow.
were not
Okay, that's pretty
beginners.
good.
Nusa
cool.
Lembongan is known for its stunning underwater beauty. Its
Oh, they're
colorful
gonna talk about the coral reefs, Alex.
That's what
diverse
you said,
marine
Alec.
life, and crystal
It's
clear
supposed to be
water
a safe
draw
thing.
divers from around the world. But the area is also known for something else: strong, unpredictable ocean currents and a sudden
Oh.
change in water density.
That's not
Around
good.
1 p.m., the women began their 3rd dive of the day. The weather looked good when they entered the water. Their boat captain, Agustinus Brata Kusuma.
Are these made up people, bro? All these places and people, like, they sound awesome. I gotta.
Who would ever name? No, you can't name your kid that. That's impossible to pronounce. That's so long.
Augustinus Brata Kusama.
All right, maybe it's easy.
Yeah, it's like the coolest people in the world. My name's Jack. That's so stupid compared to these people.
Followed them on the surface for about 20 minutes. Then suddenly, a storm hit. The water became cloudy and choppy. Large waves formed quickly. Then, the captain moved his boat several distances away to where the divers were expected to surface, but they never appeared. Kusuma searched the area for about an hour before he departed to buy fuel. When he returned, the divers were gone. At 3 p.m., he finally called the police. The 7 women had been swept away by powerful currents during the storm. Huge waves pushed them miles from their starting point. They struggled to remain together in the open ocean, battered by wind, rain, and swells. But they had no boat. No rescue was coming. They were alone. On the first day, Friday, there was no rain. They had no fresh water to drink. The sun burned
they got
their
abandoned out
exposed
there.
skin. Dehydration set.
All right, so this, like we were saying, they never planned to go in a cave. So it kind of stands true that cave diving is kind of a man's sport, aka a sport for dummies.
This is the scariest one though that we've seen because this is something that I'd actually I would do.
Yeah, this is more realistic.
Yeah, this is way more realistic. Like the other ones were they were sad and scary, but I would never go in those caves, so I didn't feel like any fear. But now this one is actually scaring me. Oh God.
It's gonna be okay, Adam. It's gonna be all right. It's all right. Settle
I really hope they get found.
Just take a bite of yogurt. Take a bite of yogurt. It'll be okay.
I'm out of yogurt.
All right.
Oh God.
In quickly in the tropical heat. Salt water surrounded them, but drinking it would kill them faster. On the second day, heavy rain came. They opened their mouths and drank rainwater, which kept them alive. By the third day, Sunday, they were barely holding on. Their bodies were shutting down from exhaustion,
There's only
sun
4 of them.
exposure, and dehydration.
Wait, guys, so what I'm thinking is that anytime that we go scuba diving in the future, we need to bring like an Apple AirTag or something so people can track us.
Not a bad idea. Or a flare. Just have a little flare gun on your side.
Right.
Yeah, but what happens when the wrong people find you? Then you're dealing with the Somali pirates.
Oh,
better than what's going on here, though.
I'm the captain now.
On Monday morning, February 17th, local fishermen spotted 4 of the women clinging desperately to a coral reef near Nusa Penida Island. They were about 12 miles from where they had started their dive. A rescue boat was dispatched. The 5th woman, instructor Saori Furukawa, was found floating nearby, and she was picked up by a helicopter. All 5 women were rushed to hospitals. They suffered from severe sunburn, dangerous dehydration, and deep abrasions from the coral, but none were in serious condition. Against all odds, they had survived 3 days in the open ocean by drinking rainwater and clinging to whatever they could find. On Tuesday, February 18th, the body of Ritsuko Miyata was found floating near Serangan Beach in South Bali. The 59-year-old woman was almost unrecognizable. She had been in the water for days. Some of her hair was gone. She was still wearing her wetsuit and flippers. The search team continued for the 7th diver, Shoko Takahashi, 29. She was a diving instructor who had moved to Bali and married a local man. She ran the dive operator Yellow Scuba with her husband. What was supposed to be a fun day out with clients and friends became a worst nightmare. Days passed, then weeks. And exactly 1 month later, on March 17, 2014, Shoko's body was found washed ashore on Sempu Island in East Java. The island is about 250 miles from where she disappeared. Ocean currents had carried her body across vast stretches of sea for an entire month. The boat captain, Agustinus Brata Kusuma, was arrested and charged with negligence causing death and injury. Prosecutors argued that he abandoned his responsibility. According to the rule, a dive boat captain is supposed to stay with divers, especially during bad weather. Instead, he left 7 women alone.
That's true. He did leave.
Wait, I didn't even
That
think
is
about
true.
that.
Wait,
like, Buddy booked it immediately. He was like, oh, lightning. See you guys.
Wait, he left? I thought like the current was just so strong he couldn't find him.
He waited at the pickup point and then dipped after like an hour.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
I wonder if he even like called it in, you know? Like it doesn't even seem like another search team looked for them until the sailboat guy found them.
Well, that's one of those situations where like we were talking about earlier, like you got to make like his life was in danger too from that storm. So he probably thought like, nah, like these women are dead. I gotta save my own.
Sheesh. Well, it sounds like everybody was like, nah, dude, you're guilty because he's arrested.
Like, dude, it wasn't even that bad of a storm, man.
Yeah, right.
It was like a light drizzle. He's like, shoo.
Most of them
No,
survived.
that's not funny. That's not funny.
So he could buy fuel. 2 women died. 5 survived by clinging to rocks and coral while drinking rainwater for 3 days in the ocean. At a press conference after their rescue, The 5 survivors bowed and apologized for causing trouble and requiring rescue
What?
efforts. They thanked everyone who had searched for them.
What?
The
Yeah,
captain
the Japanese
faced
are so
criminal
respectful.
charges
They're so
that could result
respectful.
in years in prison.